You fiddling with the doobihickey lackey.
Yeah, put the rubber sealy thing back on.
Gotta put the rubber on.
Oh, I
Safety
did
first.
it again. I can say like this later. Fuck me.
Protection. Protection.
Yeah,
Need your
because it's a
protection. I
cable.
need my
It's a
samurai.
it's a cable hider.
Oh, it's one of those sleeve things. I'm okay. This is kind of weird because I'm like, okay, literally how I've got it set up. It might look like I'm really like staring at the camera. I don't know how it looks because I've got it like where my camera's
Yep.
sitting right now. It's like right in my peripherals, and I'm like looking through the camera to you because of where I've got it sitting. I've just awkwardly set up in a weird
So, so,
spot, and
so.
I'm like looking. Cause I'm like looking through the camera. Does that look alright? Does it feel weird? Does it look weird? Because I can't see. Does it look
Oh,
like
it's fine.
it's fine? Does it? Because I like
It's like it's like you're doing this.
well, that's what I mean,
Like,
because I'm literally looking through the camera at you on the screen, so I don't know if it's in a weird spot, if I should
well,
move it.
you the camera like screen level, like
Yeah, it's like it's at the moment, it's like perfectly in line with the screen and everything. It's so weird.
that's so bizarre.
So it might, I don't know, I might actually just move
It is what it is, Des.
it.
It
I'll
is
move it
what it
over that
is.
way. Ah, I'll move it over
Also,
that way.
does my end sound all right? Because
It
I
does. You sound beautiful over there.
like it's a
Audio's
good
good.
level. It's a good because I'm not near it, so
Yeah,
oh,
I
I am
think
a
it
little
looks
bit.
fine. Just a little fiddle around anyway, so, yeah. That's
We
the,
get shit sorted, you
That's
know.
that's at least the first 2 minutes into the podcast. So, how are we, everybody? Welcome back to another fine episode. Rewind it. What's up, bearders and beardettes? Wait, forward. Rewind. So
Fuck.
anyway, the story. Wait. That's what.
What the wait? What?
You know, oh no, it's too far back. I'm not even wearing the same shirt. I was gonna do that. I was thinking the gag of the snot, but I was like, I don't have snot right now, so let's see how we go later on.
Right.
Let's get
The
this
snot was
intro.
hilarious though.
Let's get this intro on the outro. What's up, beardies and beardettes? Welcome back to another fine episode of the Beardy Bros podcast. Let's fast forward. You see, I've been watching. I know I've had a lot of them coming up on my feed lately on like TikTok and YouTube Shorts and stuff. But it's like people doing like the time lapse videos where they're like, I'm gonna take a time lapse of me doing this, and it's just them doing like the video of them just standing there shaking,
Right.
so it looks like a time lapse. And it's friggin' there's been so many popping up. It's just a trap. I was like, oh, I'm just getting humor out of it. Oh, what a week. What a week. Another week.
What a week.
You've
A week?
you've now clearly moved yourself into your back room. I'll figure out where I'm gonna set myself up eventually.
It's
Um,
good. I like it here.
yeah, so it's working out. I'm contemplating what I'm gonna do because, um, I've been having to roll on to the stories topics anyway. One of them,
Itch your nose.
because I've kind of got myself trapped because I've been looking at because
Trapped.
my mum needs to get herself a tablet, so I don't tablet, a laptop. So I've been avoiding ones that like are very Chromebooky because they're like tablets. So and they're
Yeah,
complicated. They get all complicated-ish
yeah.
because
Right.
of how they operate and stuff. And I just wanted to find a nice simple laptop, so it's not so complicated. I found the best one for her. That's a new line, and basically no one's got it. So it's a pain in the fucking ass.
Oh,
And it's like, but I've been looking into them, so I'm like, so I'm trying to
that
work out.
sucks.
Oh, it's like, just fucking get it in the stock. Why release a line of like, oh, here's a new product, but then not have the product? It's like, fucking.
I mean, it depends how much they ordered in.
That's it. So
How
just
much
for
the
her.
demand? Like the demand must have been fucking high.
So just for her, it would have been a nice, simple laptop. But we also have to wait and see unless something else. I can go through what I went through the list and pick something else out maybe. But while I was looking through it, I'd spotted a few things for myself, and I was like, oh, just thinking from the creative design, like drawing and stuff. There's a few pads I've seen that are like laptops still, but they're like idea pads as well. They're a combination because they're like a tablet but a book. And I was thinking, how
Yeah.
many steps can I cover myself where I could get myself one of those so I can draw, but then also maybe even use it if I could download like Discord on it and like hook up my webcam to that even. and then I could have like the podcast a bit more on the go-ish. I'm thinking
Yeah.
even because then I can just plug
You can be
everything into it.
anywhere around, like.
But yeah, just something that because then all I need is just because if I have a laptop, all I need is the program to draw with, so that's simple, and then just Discord. I don't need anything
Discord
else
and
running on it.
OBS.
Yeah, it's just so I can record, and then
Mm.
I can upload what I've downloaded, and then just all the basic simple needs, and then I can just
Right.
set myself up, and we could just like I could be anywhere doing the podcast or anything, just something simple.
Right.
So I'm like, damn it,
Passing it, my boy.
seeing some good little deals, and I'm like, oh, they're not too badly expensive. I could pick something up for under 400. That could just operate when I
Ooh.
need.
That's a nice fucking price.
Yeah, and it's like I said, just to operate with doing Photoshop stuff and just video stuff, it shouldn't need to be any more complicated.
Well, creation in general, really, like.
Yeah. So.
Because you wouldn't be gaming with it, so you don't need nothing
No.
too.
And it'd
Too
just be
big and
nice
powerful.
just to be able to have that flexibility where I could be like, okay, I don't have to lug the computer somewhere else. Let's just prop up the laptop or whatever, and then just, off I go.
Just ready to go, like, bam, done.
So I'm going to do a little bit more research, but that's an idea I was thinking of. I'm like, oh, that would be kind of cool to make it a little bit more easier and flowing for this. Hopefully, make it a bit more streamlined. Just the
Not like
operation.
too bright, fuck's sake.
No, yeah, everything
Like-
else stuff.
Because I have it brighter than I used to have it.
And it seems fine on this end. Everything else is around. It's kind of funny because everything's around you is kind of dark, but you're nicely lit up, and then everything around me is all lit up, but I'm kind of dark. It's very weird.
I
So.
could turn that light on. It's to the side there.
Hmm.
Don't worry, that'll be on one side. I don't
So it's
fucking
very
know.
out. It's very out of place for me. So we're mix and match. We're like yin and yang. So here's dark, everything's lit up. There's light, everything's dark. So it's a strange.
It just
mix.
feels weird.
Yeah, because you got a nice clean setup too. Oh, it's weird. But no, so that's at least the thing that I'm thinking of that may end up happening. So see how we go. That's possibly a little future, little additional thing to add on to everything I'm doing because I've been getting into my paintings a lot lately, which has been fun. But I have ideas. I want to do stuff digitally, but if I'm going to spend the money, because I don't know where my drawing tablet thing is, but if I can get a tablet that I can draw on, then that's
Don't say anything freaking storage, like goddamn.
yeah. So everything's out of storage, so I don't know where.
Oh, okay.
I've used it once we moved into this setup. I have used it once, but where I put it, I don't know. I used it once, put it somewhere, and it's
Like, eh.
yeah, that's exactly it. So it's somewhere around the place. I'll find it eventually, but I do need to upgrade. So it's like, do I buy another one of those, or I just use my tablet where it's just all in one, and I can hopefully draw on the tablet because it's an idea pad style thing, tablet, and I can just draw properly the way I need to.
Yeah.
So and then just more better to how I feel.
Yeah, because a tablet for that sort of creation is so fucking handy. Because you can take it anywhere you fucking want.
And it doesn't need to be over excessive.
Like let's just say you're waiting for the kids in the car. You just go, oh yeah, just whip it out and just.
Yeah, I have an idea. Exactly. Whip it out, draw it all up, the quick sketch or font, whatever I'm playing.
Yeah,
with,
like because the thing is, same as anything creative was. You think about it, the most inappropriate fucking time.
I know. What was if I had it sitting here and instead of me having to be like, oh, I've got to boot up the computer, load thing, I could just pull out the pad or whatever, or the laptop, and just be like, take notes, draw it up even.
Yep.
Like it's be so much more quicker just to pull it out and just be like, okay, here we go.
Because you're in fucking the super, you're in like Woolworths or something. Like
yeah, have it on you, like pull it out of your bag or something. It's easy to carry around. Like that's it. Like you could do anything. So
that's why you need to carry a man bag. Just hang over your shoulder and just carry it around.
Carry the laptop, whatever, pat. Yeah, like most people do. But no, so but I've been doing my paintings, so they've been pretty fun. I've done a couple more, so I'll have to post those up because they've been pretty fun. I've been doing the Australian landscapes and the small little things. So I've done the Ayers Rock. That's all finished now.
Ooh.
And I also painted the 12 Apostles, but in the painting you only see 8. So I think it was 7 or 8. I painted. So.
Oh, because two.
Yeah. But I mean, it's like typical 12 Apostles anyway. I think there's only like 5 left anyway. Like all the others have crumbled. So it's yeah.
fuck, maybe
Yeah,
then.
because
Fuck, I don't know. I
they'll
don't
slate
know.
they slated that some point. I can't remember what year it was, but they slated that there'll be like no 12 apostles left soon enough. They'll be all gone because they're slowly eroding away. Yeah.
I've done like 100 years or so.
So I can't remember what it was, but yeah, it's like they're slowly eroding away, and it's just crazy how
That's
they're
crazy.
just.
Like you think there'd be like some preservation
It's
happening
just
for
you can't
them,
with
but
nature because the water just keeps smacking up against it and eating away at it.
just
That's
keep chipping away the.
because I think basically that's how it was formed to begin with, because that's where the land went out to, and the land slowly gave
Yeah.
way, and it created these individual floating land pillars, and then it just all eats away.
Because that's
Over
what
time.
water does. It fucking destroys everything,
So
especially salt water. Like, oh man.
yeah, so that's. I got to think of a few other landscapes. Like I want to do more natural stuff, so I'm thinking like the Three Sisters next, possibly.
Oh,
Might be the
nice.
next one to paint, but yeah, they're pretty good. So I'll post that photo up on the Instagram for sure.
If
Um,
you want a good beach, though, Ocean Beach,
I'll have to paint a
which is
beach shot as well.
out this way.
Mm.
I showed some of my American friends, and they're like, "That's fucking beautiful." I went, "Oh yeah, it is."
Yeah, there's a lot of
The
like,
beach goes for like 30 k's or longer.
mm.
Like it just goes right or fucking round. Like,
Well, looking at a lot of the stuff with Tassie, like for Tassie, like even how they promote it, a lot of Tasmania's landscapes looks very much like New Zealand when they promote a lot of those kind
yeah,
of beaches and hillsides. Like you've got like the mountains, you've got the beaches, and it all looks like New Zealand. It's crazy, like
right,
to think that
yeah,
it's part of Australia, like. But even if you go down south anyway, like those coastal ends, you've got, like I said, the 12 Apostles of the Great fucking Ocean Drive. Even that's amazing to look at. Like I would love to do
Well,
that
we have a
drive.
sand dune here as well, like a sand
Mm,
dunes out fucking whoop whoop.
that's it.
This
Like it's
massive
crazy.
big fucking sand mountain. Like,
Mm, like it's insane. So there's a few places I'd love to go to someday. So eventually try and do it. But no, yeah, it's just amazing to think. So
I
it's
said, like
it's
we get tourists in Tassie, and they're here for a week or two just to look at every. Well,
yeah.
not, let's not even see everything. Like,
I know that's it. I'll have to definitely one
because
day
you got
work on
Cradle
that.
Mountain, you got all the bushwalks, and
Mm, I know. I don't even know where I'd start. If I was to come
uh
down the way, I don't even know.
either south or north, and then go round back
Mm,
to where you came from. I don't know.
yeah.
Don't ask me because I've never toured. I
You've,
haven't done none of that here.
I
So
know you've lived there, but you've only like stayed where you are, kind of thing.
yeah, like I've been everywhere, but I haven't looked to do things because I
Mm,
do it naturally. Like
mm. It's
like
one of those
I've done
things.
so many bushwalks, I've done so many this, that, like the beaches.
Yeah, to you it's just all the same no matter where you go, kind of thing,
Mm.
because you live
It's
there.
like in Queensland. If I come there, you've already done.
Most of it's all the same looking to me, kind of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah. So it'd be different for you there, vice versa. Yeah. But no. So speaking of socials, those as
get your
always.
beardy mugs.
Yes, beardy bugs.
I try not
Get
to spill my damn tea.
get the beardy
Beardy
merch.
mugs. Oh,
The fucking the Beastie Rose. The Bessie Rose, was it the Bessie Rose? The Bessie Rose, whatever it was. I
the
can't.
fucking Betty Rose.
Betty Rose. That's right. What was it again?
The freaking Betty Rose podcast.
Betty Rose. We're gonna make some Betty Rose merch still. But yes, you can find all that in Redbubble. Shameless plug for our merch. Redbubble.com. Search PickleTube TV, or you can search Beardy Bros. You'll see the merch pop up. So, and I really
Yes.
need to make a better link just for like our store kind of layout, just for us. I need to try and
Mm.
figure that out at some point. I haven't even touched our website in forever, so that's another thing as well. We haven't
That's right. Yeah.
we had a website because we
Fuck.
haven't really done reviews. I don't even really upload the organize the podcast in there anymore. Like it's so much to maintain sometimes.
Well,
Especially
it's
when I'm
only
doing,
fucking two of us, so
especially when I'm doing other stuff. Like I've just started up doing more stuff with my like I said, with my Skeletor stuff now. I've been making more posts
right.
and more videos there, so I'm filming those when I can for content, and then I haven't had time for most other content, but it's here, there, and everywhere. So you just gotta take your time and film what you can and do what you can. So I even basically because of that, like I bought myself a new SD card for my fucking phone just so I can fucking store more footage. I got myself a bloody 64
Right.
gig SD card for my
Ooh.
phone just so I can put
Very nice.
all those videos on that exclusively. So yeah, it's
Right.
I gotta do that at some
Hey,
point
it's
because
fucking needed.
I'm just filming so much, and it's just like stuff I got
I
to
mean,
go through and
phones should
delete.
have like a terabyte, 2 terabyte, even 5 terabyte. Like they should have that by now. Like
Well, yeah, that's when I was looking into the phone. It says it's compatible with taking
because
up.
people's whole life is on a fucking mobile phone.
Yeah. Well, it is compatible with having like expandable of 1,000 GB. You can expand the memory of on the phone. So
That's a terabyte though.
yeah, I know. So I could buy a terabyte SD card and chuck it into my phone, and it
But
will
you need
fucking.
more than that still. Like
It's crazy. So
I mean,
especially if you're filming.
a terabyte is a lot for. I mean, for a phone. Like
I mean, if you're filming and you're like filming in like 1080
4K and
or
shit,
4K or 2K, anything higher, you're gonna take it
my
up
phone
quickly.
isn't here, but I did take a 30-second to a minute 4K video.
Mm.
That shit was like a gig,
A gig just for like 4 seconds, yeah.
like fucking 30 to a minute. Like
Yeah. I know, it's crazy. Like, that's what I have. And then, that's the worst problem too when I'm editing. So I've got the files themselves or whatever I recorded in, so it's mostly 1080. Then I put them into the program to put them together. Then I render that video out. So then it's got that file size as well. And then I've got to go through and delete the stuff I don't need because I've, scrapped that. Or it's just so much shit to go through. It's fucking annoying.
right?
So that's like my old SD card that I have on my phone. It's like a 32 gig. And I'm just like, I was going to go, I'm like, it's too much work to go through. I'll just leave it as it is and just put it aside and store it. But like, that's got like so much stuff on my old vlog stuff on there. It's just too much to go through and delete. Like, I was going through deleting some of it, and I'm like, there's so much here. I can't be bothered. That's just taking up my time. Like, sitting here trying to get rid of shit. It's just like, I'll just put aside and start new. Like, it's just too much. So, it's just crazy.
It's definitely a lot. I wouldn't say easier to start like that, but like it's a lot better than going through every bit of content.
That's like the external. I got to go through and clean up the external for the podcast alone, so I can transfer like this season of the podcast across the external and get rid of all the other shit that I don't need anymore, and just clear it out, delete it, and just re-clean up because I've got that's like when I was going through it, I cleaned out all the because we did the podcast, so we filmed the podcast, and that like I said, it would be like 2 gig of files, and then when I was rendering at one point. It ended up making them remember they're like fucking 10 gig or something like that, 11 gig.
Yeah,
so
that was weird.
I was like, what the fuck is this? That's not. I don't know. So I didn't do that.
Fucking...
So once I learned that I didn't have to do that anymore, I just recorded it. Didn't worry about editing. That saves so much memory. So I just fucking upload raw. Be done with it. It's what it is. People love it either way still. So it's great for us.
I mean, unless there's something that shouldn't be in there, then like it's taken out. But...
yeah, if I really need to.
Mm.
But. It's just like
we're human. We can say something and go, "Oh fuck!"
Or sometimes we just leave it in, and if we take as on the chin, we take it on the chin. So it's one of those things.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
but no, it's just crazy that like I just went and like at one point there I was going through and just deleting all those edited files because I had the raws, but then I had to go through and relabel the raws as the new episode, like as the actual episode number. So then I knew what was in order. So I had to look at the dates and then go through it and rename everything. So much work.
It automatically orders though because it goes from new to old.
Yeah.
Old
so I liked
new?
it. Like stuff was left as date, but just so I knew with what I was recording, I renamed them. So I knew exactly what was going on. So it was like episode.
So
everything's listed as season, season 3, episode, 1 to whatever, and then everything's like in their folders, in their like name listing. So everything's like cataloged. So I know I could have left them as dates, but I like to actually catalog it. So I go look at it and just go, okay, that's specifically season 2, episode 45. Okay, cool. Like that's specifically that. Like I'm not looking at the date going. Which one is that episode? Like, even though they could be in order, it's just shortcutting that for my brain. Going, okay,
that's what I'm
counting them.
With my content now, like I'm like, what is this? I click it. Oh, it's that.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. It's just like best to folder everything and catalog everything. Just make sure it's all there. So,
because a smart person does the content, names it straight away, so you go, it's done.
Because even if I was just to name it
we didn't.
Because I don't even know the names of the episodes for the podcast. When we do an episode of the podcast, so like I won't even know the name until that day I'm uploading, and I'll go, what's the name? And I'm like, and that's it. So that's why the file. I'll just be like,
Unless we do that thing at the end, we're going to call it this. But then if you remember that.
Well, the last episode was get ecto oozed because I sneezed, and that was kind of funny, and we wanted to make a joke related to that, so that's why I called it ecto ooze, like I was sneezing ectoplasma because a ghost or whatever.
Right.
There's a ghost coming out of my nose. If you want to put
that,
if you want to put that idea in your head of a ghost coming out of my nose. Um, yes, I'm gesturing, like jerking off and coming. A ghost coming out of my nose. So just to really put that idea in your head, people. So just for that, it's just, I mean, listeners, it's for the listeners, but like, I'm still uploading the video to the Spotify, which works because I don't even have to render out audio anymore. And it actually automatically does it. It, like, I can't remember if I said this, but it actually does put
Yeah,
the
right.
video out to Spotify and then does an audio version to every other platform. So like
Which is
Google
nice
and all that kind of
because
stuff. It just,
before you had to do them separate.
yeah, it just does it itself. I'm
It
like, oh,
was
that's
like
great.
podcast done the next week, like video. Because it's like you just because we're primarily video now. Like
Yeah. And then having to
the
like,
audio is like
it's
going
easy,
back a
like
little bit.
it's easy like going into VLC because that's what I use. And I just upload the video and then just render out an audio file. But then I'm left with 2 files. Even though it's like the second file of audio is not massive, that's still cataloging up data. So now that I've just had the one file of 2 gig, I'm not making any extra crap that's filling up space. I mean, it does kind of suck that there's a catalog now for like this season's like season 5's audio, and it just stops, and then the video just keeps going. It does because you know
because of this.
yeah,
Spotify
because of
thing.
changeover. Yeah, so that's the thing that's happened, but it is what it is.
But now you can get rid of every single audio file that we've ever fucking done.
I know. Well, that's exactly it. Like I don't actually have to keep the audio
Also,
files.
what's your take on the content? Like when you upload a video, do you keep the old videos like in case you need to re-upload?
Yeah, I keep the original file. That's why I like to keep the original raw file. And that's why, like I said, I went through, and after I realized I was converting these files out for no reason, I ended up deleting all those edited files and kept the raw files to clear space. So if anything does go wrong, I just have the original raw file that I can always go over again and re-edit if I needed to. And also cut out that problem, because remember how I did a few episodes where I edited them, and there's like that one specifically where I spent all that time editing between me and you talking and stuff like that. So I've got the original file of that it's just like this format now. I have that original file, so if anything happens to that, I can always just delete that, re-upload, and have this original format layout. So it's like I said, it was all trial and error to see what would happen. But like I messaged you as well, I don't know if you read the message, but I want to try that new thing that
I mean, that's only for
at,
certain conversations. I'm like really like, but like just us talking like this, you don't need to do that.
No, I didn't need to edit. Like some people have that because it's high production. They have extra cameras. They want to like, but it's only the 2 of us. I mean, people get the idea.
It's to emphasize who's speaking.
Yeah.
But it's us two. We haven't got like 4 or 5 people. Like...
Exactly. So we know, everyone knows who's talking. Clearly know. But by now, you clearly know.
Our voices are so fucking different.
Yeah.
Like, if you can't tell, then damn.
You've got something going on. You can clearly tell. But no, so that's why that works.
Also, we got the green boxes.
Yeah, exactly. You can specifically see how it highlights. That's why I used to like with like old Discord or like Skype and stuff. Remember, you could have the setting, and it would always automatically like highlight the person. Like you'd chuck like when you're in a group chat, it'd always like auto lock on to who's talking, and just make them large screen. And that was like trippy as because you'd freak the thing out. And everyone would try and say something and try and see if we could break it. Oh, so good. But yeah,
funny thing was you couldn't break it.
No, it was pretty switched on. So.
Which is weird because that was very old technology, like very old. Fuck me.
But
mid 2000s, I think, wasn't it?
Oh yeah. So I'm just trying to think, but no, last week's episode did pretty good, surprisingly. Weirdly enough, it like got a whole bunch of views again. We'd been in a weird spot, but it's like shot up again. We got like, I mean, to most people it wouldn't be much, but to us it's great. We got like 15 views on it, so bravo to thank you for those as always listening to us. But no, it was just randomly like fucking picked up again. Like
they're the real MVPs.
Like some people might go, oh, because I've had a few people go, oh, you barely get anyone listening. I'm like, it's the thought that counts. It's like I'd rather have a couple of people in double digits than having no people. You know what I mean? Like it's still something better than nothing. It's like I just give them the old, where's your podcast?
We're doing it for us. Like people who want to listen can listen. Like
but anytime people go like, oh, you just no one really watch your podcast. Well, I'm just like, well, where's your podcast? Where's your viewers? I don't see you doing. You know what I mean? Like, like what? It's like that bounce back. Dish. I don't see you doing this. We've committed. We're having fun.
We're the ones who actually, every week turn up.
Put the commitment in.
Unless someone's sick or can't do it.
So I got a I got a few
For
more
our
shorts I got
hour and a
uploaded
half
for that.
to 6 hours podcast.
But
Some
so,
days.
but surprisingly enough, with the way the shorts have been going, the AI stuff have always been good, and the ones that I've been posting of the podcast have been pretty mid-ish for viewer attention at first. And I was kind of I laughed at myself when I uploaded that short of me like sneezing and you laugh and stuff. That's gotten a lot of views. that has a lot of views.
Right? Yeah.
I'm like, wow, I wasn't expecting like it's raw though, like it's in the
Like, let
podcast,
me
so
check. Like, that's got a. I
it's
think it
got
was
a
500 last time that I
yeah, it's
saw
something
it.
like that. It's a fair cop. Like, it's still pretty funny that a bunch of people.
That's crazy how like people are watching. Like, I mean, they wouldn't know what it is until they clicked on it. But like,
Yeah, it's just us having a chuckle and me sneezing and wiping my nose. So
that is one thing I'm paranoid about. Like, if you've got a runny, stuffy nose, and if you make that weird sudden fucking air, like the air just
yeah.
there's something coming out of there.
Yeah. Me, it's funny, I don't really care. Like, that's why I made the literal short to make stab at that for a laugh. So people got a giggle out of it and like, oh, these guys are pretty raw and uncut. To really show that we
Yeah,
don't really
540, my boy.
Yeah. It keeps going up. It keeps going up. It doesn't stop. So it's good. And the other one I posted, which was about the other short upload, which was the AI one, which was about me falling asleep. So that was pretty funny.
That's at 5:32.
Yeah, so I mean, it is pretty true. There's many episodes you can catch me falling asleep. So, and
Yeah, you're just like
mid conversation, just nod off.
no, like just keep fucking going.
Because I was like this, like I was feeling like I wasn't sure what I was feeling for tonight. Because I was like, I don't know whether it was just boredom waiting around for the podcast, or it's like because I just felt off. Like I just felt kind of like all day in a sense. Like I've been doing stuff like I did my painting and like filmed some skeletal stuff and like built something like even mowed the yard and played with the kids so like I did stuff all day, but I think it was just maybe whether I was waiting for the podcast. I got to that point where it's just like that few hours beforehand. It's like, okay, I know it's gonna be podcast soon. Like when you get the feeling where you know something, you're waiting for something and you just kind of get that irritated, like frustrated, and then you kind of be like,
it's more of the excited, nervous, fucking like
because you know it's coming and you're waiting for it to come, but you get to the point as well where you're like, you can't wait for it to happen, but at the same time you're like, nah, fuck it, I don't want to do it because it's too far away still, but it's close.
I don't think
You've ever felt like that?
But
yeah, because you get so overwhelmed. It's almost
like at about an hour and a half away. I'm like, podcast time.
Yeah, because
and then it just drags it. It's like, and then it goes done. I'm like, oh fuck.
Yeah, because it almost feels like it's like a sense of like, oh, it's almost
the last
here.
30 minutes goes so quick.
Yeah, like, and I'm getting like frustrated for it to come, and then so it's like, oh, maybe we should just cancel because I'm getting too overwhelmed by it. Fuck it, I don't want to do it. But then it's finally here, and you finally just go through it, and you're like, oh, that's good, like, yeah, because I feel like I've done that a few times. Like it's maybe like a very introvert kind of thing, but it's just like.
That's what I figure in streaming as well, because I sometimes go,
I'm gonna stream.
I'm not gonna stream, then I'm gonna stream, but I'm not gonna stream, then I'm gonna stream. And then it's either yes or it's either I do or I don't.
And then you're like, fuck it, I'm not gonna do it, and you do something else, and then just.
I mean, I mostly do stream because it was like, yeah, fuck it. But it's like sometimes it's just like I just don't want to stream. I just want to play a game and chill.
That's it. So, yeah, that's like me. So I'm like, I want to do the podcast, but I want to chill, but I want to do the podcast, but I could be watching something or playing something. But the podcast, like, I could go out. Like, it's like weird too, because like I want to go out because I've been working a lot too. So I've been feeling like go to work, come home, go to work, come home, go. You know what I mean? Like, and it's just like, and then when the weekend comes, it's do everything else, but like no real me time in the sense of feeling almost. So I'm trying to squeeze in. That's why I've been painting, squeezing me time. Like that's my me time, and then doing that's trying to get my me time, but it's not really like doing anything though. Still, it's like I want to escape a little.
I mean, it's doing what you like, but it's you're still at home.
Like, yeah, exactly. Like I want to escape a little.
I mean, but who wants to go out though?
But then sometimes it's like, I don't want to go out because it's too much effort to go out because you got to drive somewhere, and then it's like then everything just becomes so overwhelming. It's just like because like this morning, because like we had to take Max to his to a kindy so Max had a friend from kindy have a birthday party today, so we had to take him to that this morning. So it's like that. It's like I don't really want to go. Like I want to sleep in, but it's like I have to get up and go. It's just like
you kind of
and then get going.
You kind of have to go for what's the term?
Moral
I can't think of the
support.
term. Like you
Moral
have to go.
support. No.
It's not
It's
obligation, but like
yeah, exactly.
no,
But
it's not quite
it's
moral support, but it's like
no, it's like an obligation in
it's
a sense, but not obligation. Like it's not. It's because it's not the right thing to do. Like it's just
I mean,
the
it technically is the right thing,
considerate,
but
the
like,
considerate thing. Like it's
yeah,
considerable,
it's a
respectable,
respectful, it's a respect thing.
and the
Like,
fact it's more for the kids, not about yourself. Like that's the other thing
well, that's the
too.
thing. Like, kids' parties, that's when you think like the adults are this side, the kids are over there. So it's
Yeah,
like
and it was a bit like that. I mean, I just like
because the
didn't really.
adults just stand around one little circle and just start chatting. Like,
Yeah, and I just like that. I just kind of floated and just nodded. I was just like, yep. It's like,
right?
yep. Don't know what's going on. Just like make a little joke here and there, squeeze it in, eat some food. Just stick to,
Well,
because
at least
most
in my experience, like that small talk like that is fucking awkward.
I know because it's awkward too when people that come like the parents already talk to each other, they already know each other. So that's the awkward part when then
And if you're the
you're
odd one, it's like,
because you don't really because like I don't really socialize. I don't like socializing, so therefore I'm always left out because I try to avoid socializing with people unless I know them to begin
right?
with. To a sense, it's just like I'm the stranger, and it's like there I'm like you just stand back and like yep, play with your kids, keep sure they're entertained,
And
whatever.
they
And,
get king of the hill, they just stand there. Yep.
yep, that's it. That's good. That's why I said made there. And a few jokes just like oh yeah, all the food, just made references to food and the setup and what the kids were doing. And that's the typical parent thing, I guess. But it was pretty funny because the best quip because it was actually we realized it was one of his other friends did as well. That's why he did it. But but at one point, Max because they had like food and they had like nice platters set up, and there was a cheese platter. So there was a platter with cheeses and stuff, and
Oh no.
Max basically just grabbed the whole block and was mugging on it, and then he was like, "I don't like this now." I was like,
Fuck.
went to put it back. He was like, "Don't put it back on the
No.
platter." But yeah, and what ended up happening was because it was two of the cheeses, and one of his other friends, he grabbed the other one and did the same thing. So his friend had grabbed the block of cheese and was munging on it, and then Max saw his friend that's where the assumption we assume we must have saw his friend do it, so he grabbed the other block and started munging on it and was like, I don't like this because it was like 38-year aged cheese or something, like it was a nice cheese,
Oh,
like real
no.
like vintage cheese, so it was like really sour, and I was like, bruh, why are you munging on it for? That's why he put it back because he's munging on it. I'm like, you better not eat the whole thing because you're gonna be
He just
backed up.
munging on.
But
No.
I was like, that's hilarious. But yeah, it was
at least from that experience, you'll learn not to do it again.
yeah, that's it. But no, it was
Because he's
it was,
never like, ugh. Like,
it was funny. I mean, he likes his cheese, but yeah, he just grabbed the whole block and he just walking around holding on it, cheery as pie, fucking chuffed as. He's like, nom 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 nom, and then he was like, oh. It's like, oh god. But
That's
no,
when
it
you
was
pass
funny.
to the friggin' next person to see have this.
Yeah, it was friggin' as. But there was another point. There was another part as well because it was like everyone playing at the park, and there was a mother and a daughter over playing on the flying fox, like flying fox.
Dang, flying foxes are so good.
And we're looking around because Max is like playing on all the stuff, and like, where's Max? And Max is over there, and he's talking to him. And they were like talking to him about he's just all talking, just having a chat. And then just laughing. I'm like, oh, it's fine because he's talking to the girl, and the mum's just chatting with him. And Max is 3, so it's just like okay. It's just like
I mean, like, why would he be like?
but I'm over in the distance, and I can see him like, oh, he's safe, he's fine. And they're talking, and then out of nowhere, he just dashes and jumps on the flying fox and just zips all the way down to the other end. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm walking over, and I'm like, asked her, I'm like, what's going on? And she's like, well, we're just talking about Paw Patrol. And they said, would you like to have a go? And he just zip-lined and grabbed on this thing and just shot off. He was gone. He's like belly grabbing onto the seat of the flying fox because it's got the pole, it's just the round seat. So it's just that. So he just grabbed onto that. Didn't even climb onto it properly. Just grabbed onto it with his arms and legs. He was like hanging upside down, like wrapping onto it. And as he got to the end as well, because of how he wasn't actually sitting on it, he was just holding onto it. As it got to the end of the precipice of the swing, hitting the end, it went up and he dropped off of it and landed in the sand. And he's laying on the ground, like on the sand. I'm like, oh my god! But it's just funny that he just like standing there because literally all I could see was he standing there talking, turns and just piss bolts to the thing and just grabs it and he's just gone. I'm like, what the fuck is happening here? It was just hilarious because it's just in a split second of like, bam, bam, like looking, turned, like sprinted in a split second. He was gone. Like he's like, woo, and I was like, bruh, that this dude's got it going on.
You know what he was thinking though. He's like, I want to go there, and then the first opportunity.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, you want to have a go? It's like, yes. Because, yeah, I was like, but Paw Patrol zoomed, like,
Can I distract them long enough to have a ride?
Oh, it was just hilarious. It was so good. But then, yeah, that cracked me up.
For a 3-year-old, that's pretty fucking good.
Oh, he's so, like, I had to work through him too because he's climbing up the big slide as well. And I had to put him through because the height, it was like the heights. I said, you climbing that mesh thing, it's the exact same one as you climbed the lower point. So if you can climb that, you can climb that. And he figured it out and he got up. And I had to coach him through that as well. Because he got scared. Nice. I'm like, all you're getting scared for is because of the heights. I'm like, just look up, look forwards, you'll be fine. And he made up. But
if
then
you look down, bad. Don't do that.
And it got to the point where he tried again and he was like, no, I'm not going to do this now. It's like, good,
what
you
you
made your
should do
decision.
now, I think he might be a bit young, actually.
Mm.
Remember the rec room, the rock club? The rock room. Just get him to do that, like one time.
Do some rock.
Like he'll get the. Like he can look down because he won't fall.
Yeah. So
that might help him a little bit.
Maybe. But yeah, no, it was just interesting. It was just like, it's like, dude,
you fucking work out, but
yeah. But he did it a couple of times and he was like, nah, I'm not going to do it now because of the heights. I'm like, good, you've made your decision now. Because it was the instinct like, I want to go up to there. I need to do it. And he wasn't thinking of the choice. Like, yes, no. And then it finally got to the point where he goes, no, I'm not going to do this. I'm like, good, you've made your decision that you're not going to proceed this time because you've already done it. You know what it took into doing it. Like, make that decision choice. But yeah, he was just having a blast running all over the place. Because we were there as well before the party started and we're talking and the birthday boy wasn't there yet. Like, the mother was there with the daughter, but we were waiting for the son to come because there was like a little semi-surprise setup with what they had. But like, and it was funny because Max was waiting, and then when we said, "Oh, look, he's here," Max was like, "Where is he?" And he wandered over to the car. I was like, "My friend," like, because his friend's coming. He's like, "Ah, I need to go see my friend." Like, he was so chuffed. He was just like, "I need to go. I got to go. My friend's coming." Ah, and he just like ran up there. He's like, "Ah," and he's like, "Yeah, his friend," and it's like, "Oh, so good." It's just so adorable. Like, he's so happy to see his friend and everything. Like,
that's the thing. Like, kids are full of that kind of happiness. Where you don't see an adult be doing that, do you?
No, because he walked off, and I'm like, "Oh, that's fine. Like, it's not far." But no, he was happy.
That's
to
what
see.
you're like.
That's the coherentness.
Pure happiness right there.
Yeah,
like...
the coherentness. Like, oh, my friend's finally here. I don't care about anything else. I want to greet my friend, give him a hug, whatever, you know. Right? Say hey, like, it's just crazy. The
eventually it's like, it's you.
Yeah, like... it gets to that point after a while. But no, it's good. No, it's just good to see him.
It is because it's like I don't know. It's being a kid's way different than an adult. Like it really is.
Especially.
Always, like...
Well, it's the experiences as well, because you do them enough and it becomes normal nature of doing stuff. You're like, But, like, when it's that first time feeling like, you know, seeing a friend when you haven't seen, you know, all those first times for things, it's like...
I mean, but as a kid, like, you see him nearly every day, but every day is like,
Yeah, it still, like, feels fresh every time. And it's like, when you get older, you're just like, it's like, oh, yeah, hey, how you doing, you know? Yeah, and it's just routine.
Just casual, because it's like... Same thing tomorrow? Yep, good.
yeah, exactly. Like, it just becomes less effort, but there's no real massive joy in it, which is,
Like, there must be some science for all of this. Like, it's just... It's like when... Like, I spoke this earlier to someone, not today, but like a few days ago. I was like, I would want to experience a lot of things for the first time again, just to, like,
to know that if there's actual
I said, like, playing Hercules from the PS1, like, I want to experience that again, like, playing that for the first time.
And it's hard because
like, GoldenEye and, like, it just...
Yeah, and that's, like, because it gets to the point, even though there's...
Halo, like, doing the first Halo game again, like...
Because even though there's new games, it's always, like, another game, so there's never that realistically first-time experience because it's like something else. Like,
there's no next game because it's what your parents got you. Like,
and that was the first time because...
Yeah,
and because at the time games were very unique when they were coming out because they weren't coming out so much the same. You know, again coming back to like, you know, Ubisoft being basically almost the same type of game, just different skin. You know what you're doing every time you're playing it because it's the same mechanic, the same, goals, you're always doing the same thing. So it doesn't feel like, oh, that's amazing. And that's why it gets to the point where you're just like,
I mean,
this
technically
is
it's
kind of
still
fun.
the same, but we're just like, how many games we play a year? Fucking like 100 games a year.
And that's what I'm saying. And so many games use a similar recipe, and it's just like, I've played that before with another game, but like I'm enjoying this, but it's nothing to be like, oh my god, this is so cool. Like me, like I said, like Funko Fusion.
I mean, these games still exist where it's like fucking like, I wish I could, like God of War 2018. I wish I could experience that for the first time again. Like that was just fucking fantastic.
But like
Ragnarok, Spider-Man,
those type of games,
Gears 5, Gears 4, like they were just like.
But like that's like an example. Like another one would be like I said, like Funko Fusion's a new game, but it plays just like a Lego game, so it's it's not new. It's like, hey, cool, Funko Fusion, but also, it's a Lego game.
You notice how that game just died? Like it.
Oh, it's not really dead-ish. It's a weird.
I've seen no one fucking even mentioning it. It's like, well.
Because there's no more content.
At least we got it, but like...
I mean, that's because the sense of, like, the content was so easy to finish and complete. Yeah. Like, a lot of people have already, people have already 100% it. Like, no, people have already platinumed 100% everything. Like, you were able to do that in the first week. Like, if you played it.
Like, really, that's not very long.
Like, a lot of it you could get done pretty quickly.
Like 6 hours, I think it is.
But like that's what I'm saying. Like when you look at games, it's like if you'd never played a Lego game before and you picked up Funko Fusion, you'd be like, oh my god, this is amazing. But when you've played a shit ton of Lego games and you pick up this, you're like,
But like the Lego games have been going for 20 years. Like there's no way no one's played one.
Yeah, but that's an example though. It's like we as us being gamers for so long, we can't really pick up anything and be like, that's really amazing. Like. Unless it's like real different type changes.
They are still a thing, like Red Dead 2. Like that was like, oh.
That's what I'm saying. It's very amazing. But it's very far and few between though.
It's maybe like once a year, twice a year, maybe once every 2 years.
If that, yeah, exactly. If that, like, it's how it's. But it's one of those things. Like, it's just crazy that we don't. Yeah, there's not many firsts. Like,
and no one celebrates it. Like no one goes, "Oh, this game's fucking amazing." It's always this game's shit. This game's shit. That game's dog shit. Like.
Because everything's so much the same. Like, that's the same with movies as well. Like, say, you're flushed out with superhero movies because they're all basically the same.
Yeah,
they're all... Like, and it is true, like...
Like, I'm not saying they're horrible, but it's like, can we have something new? Like
something different, like...
Because all the movies coming out are either superhero movies, remakes, remastered ones, or sequels to 30-year-old fucking movies.
And that's just the same vibe. It's just like, it's the same thing you're watching as you already would watch the original.
Where's all the new cool things?
Like that's like, again, like I watched fucking, like that time when I watched Beverly Hills Cop. It was great, but it didn't be like, oh, that whole new excitement. Because it's just...
We've already had it. Like,
yeah, we already had 3 others in the vein because it's a sequel.
Which is why it's like... Hollywood is bankrupt for ideas. Because they're just redoing either sequels, reboots, like...
And it's a shame, like, it does suck.
No one's taking a risk.
It does suck that we, people don't want to give people the opportunity to take risks. People can't take risks.
But
that's
they should, because you get a unique fucking product.
Well, that's the thing, like, people talk about them wanting to take risks, but the industry literally says you're not allowed to take risks. Otherwise, we're not going to back you.
Well, they can if they're independent.
Yeah.
But,
because these big studios don't want to take risks. They don't want to do anything fresh, new, wild, wacky, like...
No, because they put so much money into it, and they're like, we need to get it all back, plus more.
Yeah, they're always worried about, that bottom dollar.
How about you can take a hit every now and again?
Learn.
Like, I'm still pissed at Warner Brothers for that Wall-E Coyote fucking Looney Tunes movie, whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah.
Apparently it was fucking like an 8, 9 out of 10, and they just fucking shelved it.
Yeah. That might have been a slice of breath of fresh air,
It would have been, because we don't have stuff like that.
Exactly, like, and that's what I mean. It would have been.
That's why they make it. Well, since Looney Tunes back in action.
Like, because you don't really see much of that stuff anymore. So that would have been like a new for some people being introduced to Looney Tunes.
Yeah, but Looney Tunes sell like just by the name.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm saying though.
Looney Tunes, but like it was that Wall-E Coyote movie.
Yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying though. There's a lot of people that don't watch Looney Tunes that would have watched this and been like, "Oh my god," being introduced to a world that's an old world, but in a new light. Like my kids don't really watch Looney Tunes because you don't come across it. It's that old now that it's not in a mainstream point where they kind of know the characters because they've been to Movie World, but like, and you see the characters, and that's where they kind of
But
get the
they've never
reference
actually
from. But they,
watched the Looney Tunes.
yeah,
Like, yeah,
and it's like a different.
it's sad because they're fucking amazing. Like,
And that's the way most branches are done. It's like it's almost like what I would call the Fortnite effect, is where people go see a character in a game and go, oh, and they start liking a character. There's so many kids that do it, but then they don't know the source material, and they might not even like the source
yeah, like
material.
Master Chief from Fortnite.
Like, well, that's like because like all these games such like things. So like you got COD that does it, Fortnite does it. There's like other games that do it, but like you'll get things that are like fucking Saw or fucking Leatherface, like these horror characters, like all these cool horror characters. Oh yeah, I like them. They're a really cool character. I like their design. Then you go watch Saw. You barely see Billy as it is, but then it's a whole fucked up movie, and you might be traumatized for your life because it's not your cup of tea. But you like this
Right.
character. Like people get weirdly fixated because that's like Jack was getting involved like with like Avatar, and he liked the Avatar characters, but he'd never seen Avatar. And he's like, oh, I like Aang. I like all these characters. I like Topher. It's like, or it's Toph, um, but like he never watched it, but he liked the characters, and he'd look up random videos to try and get like a little bit of backstory. But it's like watch the source material, and then you would know if you like it or not. Like
Yeah,
right. But liking Toph and then be like
that's like us. We see a character and go, or yeah, like, we know that. Like, it's good.
mm.
Kids don't know that.
Yeah, and that's why I always refer to it as the Fortnite experience. Because there's so many things out there that will like just get a sample of a character in something, because franchises are crossing things over or introducing just a small little sample of that character. People go, oh, I like that character, but it's completely not your and that's coming back to like the Joker as well. Like the Joker was like done as a certain type of character, and people were liking it. So it's like you do know what the Joker's metaphors are, right? Like he's very fucked up, and that's like the whole how people worship like the Joker and Harley Quinn's relationship. It's just like that's not something to worship, but people saw it in such short form and go, "Oh, this is adorable."
That is manipulation and abuse.
Yeah, like people see it in short form and go, "Oh, well, that's adorable. That's cute." You look at the grand picture of actually what's going on when you look at all the other source materials. You realize, yeah, like I say, that's abuse and fucked up, and it's like torment and torture. Like people just go, "Oh, that's the short sign of it," and go, "Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's cool." It's like you need to look at the larger picture. Like
It's because Hollywood
glorifies
fucking
things.
glorified it, and it's like, no, this shouldn't be held in good regard. Like,
Mm.
this is, which is
Oh.
what James Gunn did.
Yeah,
Remember,
Like,
he
it's
literally made it.
like I do like to not
I
gatekeep
mean,
and have people be introduced, but actually be introduced, not just get looking at a book cover and being like, I like that book. Did you read it? No. Or being like, I don't like that book. Did you read it? No. It's like you can't just first
I
glance
still
at
do
it.
that. Oh, look, that thing cover's cool. You open it and go,
Yeah, like actually experience it. Like,
because
and
you
there's
don't know
so
until you
much.
read a bit of it. Like,
And I feel like that's in a sense of where we're going now with like the industry of every media. It's just taking everything. It's like trying to make things take it at face value without knowing any kind of back to it. And because it's because that person has it, I need to have
kids
it.
though. Like, remember the PS2 days and that? Like, we just
Yeah.
grabbed the game, looked at the case, then we got in the car when the parents bought it, and like, you read the actual book.
Yeah. But we
And
were
then you get
committed.
home and it's like, this game's either bad or good. Like,
Yeah, like but we were at least committed. Like we actually went and delved into like, wanting to look at the media
because
first.
back in the day, YouTube didn't exist,
Yeah.
so we had to
It's just
go
crazy.
by what was on the case in the book
But it's just crazy how things
or
are so
TV
different.
ads because the
Yeah.
ads are on TV as ads sometimes.
But that's the thing that gets me. It's like it's so crazy how different things are now that we're more visually accessible to a lot of things now that we can see it everywhere, find out about it everywhere.
YouTube,
where we
just
have,
type in blah blah done.
and I say, and that's the thing. Things are all like basically spoiled in the sense that nowadays everything's spoiled because you can go and find out about something just to go, oh, if I like it or not. Where the
Deadpool
old way,
Wolverine, people spelled that the first fucking
yeah.
day it was in cinema.
I said, you want to know what it's like, you can look it up first to know what it's like, and then go, oh, no, I don't want to see it. Oh, yeah, I'll go watch it. When we grew up, it was like you had to take that risk. You had to go, is that good? Let's go watch it and see if. And then you go, oh, that was shit. I wasted my life. Or that was fucking amazing.
Well,
like we had
that's what,
to.
That's what it was like back. Yeah, like because that's how I seen Starship Troopers. Someone just bought it, thinking this looks cool.
Yeah, like that's what it was
Horrifying
for all
as
of
fuck
us.
as a kid, but it was good.
Like we had to take the risk and buy the movie or buy the game or rent the game or buy the magazine or buy the book or
That's why
buy
I
that.
like renting the game,
Yeah.
because if it was bad, you just only fucking couple of bucks.
Even with music, like we wouldn't even know about sometimes unless you had MTV or happened to listen to the radio about artists. You'd have to buy a CD. Most of the time, we would buy most of those mix CDs, like the hot hits, so you could get a sample. Basically, that's why I bought them. So you get a sample of like what was
Right.
on there, and then you go, oh, I like that artist. I didn't like that artist. You know, unless you
Or a
happen
certain
to,
song, or
yeah.
like, you just go from there.
And then that's how you were basically introduced to
But
music. Like it's just
now
crazy
it's
to.
just Spotify. You put in the thing, done.
Yeah, or it comes up on YouTube and you go, oh, I'll watch that. No, I don't like this, and you can just look at the video and go, no, I don't like that style of what they're putting in that video, like message they're saying, You got instant, like, information. It's just like, it's a good thing, but a bad thing. Like, everything's spoiled in the sense that, like, that taking away that fresh, new look at being, like,
I
amazed
mean,
by
it
things
is
isn't
cool
there.
how now we can just YouTube shit, because I've skipped a lot of bad games just because I'm
Yeah.
like,
I know. Imagine how much.
that's not for me. Thanks
I
for saving
know.
me like 60, $100,
Oh, even more. But, like, imagine back how it would have been back in
right?
the day. Like, we would have either had to rented the game, spent the $10 or 15 or
Or
whatever it
just
was,
bought a bad game for fucking.
or just bought it
Yeah.
and then just been like, this is fuck, and then returned it. Like you literally would have had
And
to
then
have
again,
returned
I
it.
cannot think of many bad games back then.
No, there's like very far and few between. You either sucked. I think you either just sucked it up and you just kept it and just played it, and then it grew on you, or you just be like whatever.
No, I cannot generally name a bad game from.
Mm.
I mean, there probably is some that I haven't played, but like I can't name one that I've played
Yeah,
a bad game
well, that's
from
it.
the PS2, Xbox,
It's just crazy.
N64.
Mm. I know.
But let's just hope in the future we get what we got 20 fucking years ago. Like just step back a bit, make
I don't know. It's
sequel.
hard.
Like games take like 6 to 8 years to make now. Like,
Oh, yes, and depends on how big they go.
well, Sony stuff, 6 to 8 years.
Do they try and really make sure it's spit polished?
Just think, like they're perfectionists, like Naughty Dog.
Yeah.
They want the best they can get. Like
Which makes sense. Like you want to make sure you get it right.
Sony Santa Monica, they want the next God of War to be fucking like up here, like a 12 out of 10.
Yeah, you want to make sure it keeps being good and isn't in a lull point, because that's the last thing you want to have is a lull. Going so
We
good
already
and
had
then
a fucking Concord,
Mm.
which is coming back. So I'm like, that's free to play, so I must well play it. Like I did want it initially, but
Yeah,
they just cancelled that so fucking quick.
yeah, because they realised it should have been free to play to begin with, realistically.
I mean, no, because I was happy to cop that $40 fucking to play a game with no battle pass, no microtransactions.
Oh,
don't
they
think
were
any of them.
gonna introduce it at a later date.
No, but they're only cosmetic only, which is
Mm.
nice. But like, you didn't have to pay for anything. It was just the $40 up front, and that was it.
Yeah.
But these fucking morons who want to pay in game,
Well,
fuck yous.
that's basically that's the worst problem is. That's literally what they did with
You fucking want to be monetized? Get fucking monetized.
But that's literally what happened to Overwatch.
did.
That's the word. That's why people got mad with Overwatch. Like me, I literally bought Overwatch when it came out, and then it became a free-to-play game, and then they took away basically characters in a sense, and you had to re-unlock them. It's like
Yeah, you had to buy shit.
Yeah, you had to buy. It's like I had the game. Why are you taking that away from me? Like,
Whereas Concord, you got everything.
Mm.
You didn't have to buy anything.
I know,
Just pay your $40 fucking. That was it.
It's just crazy.
People want to. I said like people just want to.
No,
monetization is bad.
it's people are just lazy and they don't want to spend money and they want everything to be free.
But it's not with Battle Pass. You gotta buy the fucking Battle Pass. It's like just I said, like people want to spend more than the actual price they would have paid to just buy the game. Like
that's
fucking
and that's the
idiots.
biggest thing that irks with me with Call of Duty. If Call of Duty was going to keep rocking this Battle Pass system, they should just fucking make the game either a $20 game or basically because they milk the fuck out of those Battle Passes. It's just so fucked.
Thing is, the stuff that's worth it is like you pay for the Battle Pass. The shit you get from the paid Battle Pass is dog water compared to the free.
That's what I mean, and that's what I mean. Like it's a fuck system, and the worst problem is you're paying for an $80 game, then you get then they offer you for you to buy a Battle Pass.
$109, but you.
Well, yeah. Now,
From
now
EB,
it's
it's 109.
Now it's 109. I think everywhere basically. But yeah, they used to be.
No,
They
JB
used to
still
be.
89, I think.
They used to be $80
That's
games.
what,
I mean,
that's what, that's what mine
I
was.
remember where I could pick it up from fucking EB for 80 back in the day. So, but
Yeah, fucking...
but either way, like you pay for an $80 game. Then they wazoo every month a fucking or 2 months of battle pass for $15. That's just for the base battle pass. Or you could buy the premium battle pass for like $45. It's just like, how much do you need to keep milking this? Like, if you're gonna be having these battle passes, make the game free. Like, why fucking...
Yeah, like that's how I feel with like Concord. You either buy the game and everything you unlock,
Mm,
or you get the game for free and you pay for the stuff. Like that's how it should be.
but yeah, it's just
Destiny is free. You pay
mm,
for the DLCs.
mm.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
Destiny 1, it was when you had to buy Destiny initially, like 1 and 2, but it wasn't a full price game. It was
could have
like
got so
30,
progressed.
$40. So,
Oh, Destiny 1, I paid like 60, $70 for that
fuck.
when it came out, yeah.
One was like 30 to 40, I think.
And then the second one I paid like $70 when that came out as well.
The fuck?
Yeah.
But no, like, they actually got a better model now. 'Cause
But
it's
they
free
but they
and
did what
you
they
pay
wanted to do. They went
DLC.
free because it got to the point where it had been out long enough people had it, but to also get those friends to come into those that had already been playing it, let's make it free because the story's progressed that far that we've got enough DLCs that we can make the revenue back on it, technically from the DLCs for people.
They've already
to get...
made revenue before it went
Like,
fucking free. Like,
I gotta
they
think,
made
because you get
bucket
enough there,
tons.
if people aren't going to get involved in the the base game that's free, because that's the smartest way of doing it is you have the base game that's a large chunk, get people hooked that much into it that then if you want to progress the story, you buy those DLC pack stories and you can progress
Yeah.
your campaign. That's great. Not like, oh, here's the base game free, but if you want to do like basically if you want to, oh, you want to complete the main story, I'll pay $10 for chapter 2. It's like that's or or you want to be able to play chapter 3, you need this character. But and that's what most of these freemium games are like in a sense. It's like, oh, you want to progress and complete this kind of thing, you need this character. Pay $20 to unlock this character so you can do this stuff. It's just like, yeah.
And that's why I hate Ubisoft, because you pay for the game. Hey, look, do you want to progress fast? Buy this.
Hmm.
And you speed through the fucking game. Like,
What's the point? Yeah, exactly.
if you're just going to skip content just to finish it quicker, why even buy the game?
I know.
Just watch it on fucking YouTube.
It just amazes me, these weird
Or
things. But
something
anyway,
like,
it's just there's no there's no fresh experiences. It's just shitty.
I mean,
It just
there is, but also there's a lot of games at once, and just like you have to pick and choose.
yeah,
So.
but everything's like this. Most things are like very similar to others. There's wow factor, but it's not like that first time wow factor. You
Well,
know
there
what I mean?
is. It's just you've got to.
I don't
Like,
really,
I played one recently. It was like, ooh.
because a lot of games
How
do
can I
similar
miss this?
things.
This game from 2015.
Yeah, I mean, there's games that can be good gems, but they're not like first time like Hercules wow factor.
No,
How
but
I see it
I
anyway.
was also fucking like 60 years old, so 7
Like,
years old or whatever.
there's no, because most, like I said, again, because most games do similar mechanical things as other games, or similar kind of written story trope points, and everyone's copying someone in a sense, and it's already been done before, and it's just like, yeah, it just gets...
And the
it's just
biggest
all
fraud is still
repetitive.
Epic, because
It's just all rinse
nothing
repeat.
of their content is fucking original since Gears.
Mm. Everything's copied from something
Gears
else.
3, I should say.
Epic realistically hasn't done anything themselves anyway.
Well, they did the Gears of War games.
That's
first
what,
three
no,
of
that's what I'm
them.
saying though. They literally haven't really done anything themselves since then. There's nothing that they've done like except for Fortnite. That
I did have a conversation with Moxie a couple of days ago. I was because I brought up something like games were so good back then, and he mentioned Fortnite. I was like, he's like, fuck Fortnite, fuck the battle royale. I went, yeah, and he's like, Save the World was so fucking good, and then they just canned it.
yeah,
Like,
because
yeah, that's
too
why
much
I got
money.
excited,
Yeah.
and then they just didn't give a shit.
And the weird thing is though, they still do stuff with Save the World and do events and shit and still push bundles with it in it. They still do stuff with Save the World.
Yeah, but nothing
But
that will bring people to play it.
that's what it's very convoluted. Like they gave up on it, yet they still support it and add
Well, they have
updates
to
to
support
it
it
and
because people
events.
still
Like
have it. Like,
Yeah, like they still do all the work to it and keep flowing and still
but
progressing. But
the fact you can't buy it now and shit, like,
oh no, you can.
can you?
Yeah, you still buy it. It's in bundles. You buy it in bundles, skin bundles. Like
Fuck
20.
me, Dan.
You pay
Fucking
20. So
bundles.
you pay 20. It's like 23 Donalds. 23 Donalds. Um, $23 dollary dues, and you get like a skin and a pickaxe, and then the save the world. Access to save the world. Whatever it is.
I'm
But
not
yeah,
touching that fucking dead ass game. Oh, it's not dead. It's like more stupid ass game, but
it's just battle royale. Well, it's not even that anymore. It's just everything else, but. Like that, but that's the thing. It literally was, like you say, it literally was going to be a game. It literally was going to be a horde,
yeah, but
like
PUBG, because that was successful, they're like, just chuck
yeah.
that in.
And then that made them so much money. They're like, "Hey, we can just keep doing this because it's a good thing, and it seems to be easier for us to maintain." And promised that it would be out in 2018, and then
I
no, we're
have
going to
more than
cancel it.
one brain cell. I'm not fucking touching that game again.
But it's I have fun playing it, but it's just because it's like nice to just chill and play and not have to worry too much.
I said Dark Souls was chill the other day, and someone was like, "What?" I'm like, they are. Because Souls games, like yes, they're difficult, but I'm having fun. Like I'm having more fun than anything else. Like,
yeah,
like fuck, give me a fucking challenge.
that's it. Each person's different. Sometimes people want a challenge, and that's them chilling. Like,
that's what I mean. Like, someone's just, I'm like, yes, they're stressful, but that's just how I relax.
sometimes you need. Well, that's it. That's
same as Resident Evil. Like, I love Resident Evil.
But that's the thing. It's
challenging.
stress relieving because you're letting out your stress. You're progressively relieving it because you're expressing it in the game.
PUBG, because it's more of a sim. Like, it's more realistic and it's fucking intense.
You'll most probably like Off the Grid.
I did see some of that, but I'm like, nah, I'm not playing that.
Yeah, because I say that like I said, that is fucked up. That game. Like, I watched a gameplay. I was watching one popped up on TikTok where the dude was like playing around. He got his legs shot off, and he spent the whole game crawling around. Basically, like there's clips of it, but he's like walking around and because he's just crawling. He's like looks like a messed up zombie corpse crawling around at everyone.
Right.
And he's just shooting and crawling because he's got no legs unless he steals legs. It's like it's just crazy. Like that's actually adding new mechanics to a game, but it's
right.
I gotta play more of it, but I need people to play with because it's that game is relentless. It's not fucking light at all. It's not forgiving. Like that's
it shouldn't be. It's a fucking shooter. Like it shouldn't be forgiving. It's PvP. Like
like that's what I mean.
That's why I love PUBG. Like it's not it doesn't hold your fucking hand. Unlike Fortnite, where that's just look. You can see someone.
Yeah, because you can actually because with the Off the Grid, you can actually have like your arms shot off, and then you can't shoot because you got no arms. So you gotta run around and try and find arms to pick up arms so you can shoot. It's like it's fucked. It's tormenting. Like it's
kind of like a Lego game, but with people. Like
it's very messed up. Everything about it's messed up. But I'm like, that's good. We've got a proper, actually something that might actually be a new battle royale.
I don't reckon it's gonna take off though. Like because it's just a fucking another battle royale. Like,
but it might stay around and actually compete with like Apex or PUBG. Like it might actually, because there was a bunch of others that had come and have died off already.
Like, I mean, Warzone's still fucking king. Like you have to compete with. You have to take Warzone down now. Like
I can't even bother with Warzone.
I can't either. I'm not fucking touching that again ever. I don't think
it's just dupe water. I'm not impressed by it. I tried playing it the other day, and I was just like, it's not. The controls. I
don't even play the COD multiplayer really. I don't think like.
Yeah.
I mean, I have some friends to play with right now, but I'm like, we're keen for launch day. But like, we're probably gonna play for a week, 2 weeks, and just.
I know, because it will most probably die off again. Exactly, you'll play and be like, and the hype will just burn out.
It won't die off, but like the older people would just go, "Oh, I've had my fun."
That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. It's not like as a grand scheme that the game's gonna do. I mean, like for yourself. Like,
it'd be like the teens and kids who would be on there fucking the next
year.
Yeah.
Like that's what I mean. Like get construed like that's like again, like that's why Fortnite strives. Like for a majority,
yeah, because kids like there's a lot of kids out there who just play one thing.
And it's easy fun for them.
It's Fortnite. It's free. or it's
Easy
COD,
access. Yeah. And that's the thing,
or
like,
Apex.
there's a lot of games that thrive survive, but for some people personally, they just be like, the niche runs out. It's like,
Because if
it was
Fortnite was
fun.
paid, it wouldn't have been as big. It would not have been as
Oh
big.
yeah. Like,
The fact you can just get on everything and it's free, like that's
it's the perfect recipe. But I said that's like
very
a lot of
good.
games. Like you play a lot of games. Like technically for me, like I enjoy Funko Fusion. I haven't touched it most probably for like 2-3 weeks.
That's what I
Like
mean. It's a dead in the
like
water. Like you play it once, you go, that's pretty cool.
like I
And
want
then
to go back and play it, but I've got other things I want to play. Like there's other things I feel like I want to play over that. Like I want to go back and finish playing it,
exactly.
but it's one of those things. Like games get like that. You feel like that with some games. You're like, I can't be bothered playing it. Like I've got it, but I don't feel like going back. Like Ed, he's still like he finished Silent Hill 2, but he's playing it again. Like there's some games that you just
Yeah,
enjoy
that
enough
game
that
is fucking amazing though.
yeah.
Like I do want to play that
But like
soon.
that's the thing. There's some games that you enjoy enough that you want to keep playing it over and over and over and over again. Like and there's some games you go, oh, I've done it. Like you, there's games where you've gone, oh, I've done it. I don't want to touch it again.
Yeah,
Or
like
there's some games I think you've completed 100% and you've gone, oh, I want to play it again. So you've played it again. Just
you
because
like
it
The
was
Last
actually
of Us.
because it's fun to play. Like you enjoy it. So it's like, oh, I actually want to play that
Like
again.
I played Last of Us on PS3, PS4, and now PS5. Like
Mm.
I've done all fucking three
But
games
that's like the same. It's the same
plus
thing.
the second one.
It's the same thing as saying with a movie. You might buy a movie, watch
Hmm.
it once, but if you actually enjoy the movie, you might go watch it another 5 times, or like that's like me with the Joker. Like I watched the Joker in the movies when it came out, and then I bought it on Blu-ray. I haven't watched my Blu-ray. I was gonna watch it again. That's why I bought it, but I haven't actually watched it again.
I mean, you will one day, but
Yeah, and like that's the thing. Sometimes you go, oh, I feel like watching that. Like me, like I was trying to find my Scott Pilgrim because I felt like watching it again, and I've watched that a million times. But it's like,
right.
like it's gaming's just another form. Again, as always, is another form of entertainment. Not every entertainment is going to please everyone. People got to
No,
remember that.
you can't.
Like it's no different to watching a movie or listening to music. It's not all going to be for the same audience.
Although I did hear blasphemy the other
Yeah,
day.
blasphemy.
Someone said they wanted to do a Lord of the Rings marathon, and I said, yeah, just get I have all the extended in
Yeah,
4K. Then they're like, no. I'm like,
like once.
you, to do a proper Lord of the Rings marathon, you need the extended
Yeah,
fucking cuts.
yeah, yep.
You need them.
Now that they actually exist because they're on disc, you have to. Back in the day when it was like only the standard at theaters, that's all you could have was the standard. But now that the extended exists, that is the only way to watch it is the extended cut because it
There's
exists.
stuff you see Sauron die, but you don't in the theatrical cut.
Yeah.
He just
Yeah.
vanishes.
Yep. Like if you're going to commit, you have to commit.
Because like Kibby goes, Sauron's locked in his tower, and that's the last you hear of him,
Yeah.
see of him.
Mm.
But in reality, he gets stubbed by a worm tongue and he gets fucking
Yeah.
thrown off the fucking. He falls off the
Yeah.
tower, and then goes stab on the fucking wheel. Like
Yeah.
you don't see that.
Mhm. Exactly. Like it's a whole thing. It adds more to the story. Like the true.
I mean, I also did put in the Hobbit extended.
But you have to. If you're
Or I
gonna,
think they're just normal. I can't remember if they're
they do.
extended.
They do have extended. Yeah.
But I said you have to do the Hobbit, then Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Like it, they work so well together.
If you're not gonna commit, don't commit. It's like if you're gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna watch Star Wars. It's like, I know there may be shit in it, but if you're gonna commit, you have to commit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you, even though there might be bad stuff that they've made. Like I mean, I can understand if you want to just do the movies like that. I can kind of get. You don't have to go movies and TV shows. If
No.
you want to be a true, then you would watch all of it. But if you said I want to binge the Star Wars movies, you would have to do all 9. You can't just be like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do 3.
I mean,
Or
I'm
just
not
gonna
doing
do, like,
the recent trilogy. Fuck that. But I'll do the first 6.
But
Easy done.
in a sense, you
But
have to commit to the whole night. Like, so
unless you just want to do like the prequels and then wait and then do the. But
so it's a weird one. I don't know.
you can't
'Cause-
do one movie and stop.
Because you also have to watch like Solo as well. Like you have to watch Solo. You have to squeeze all. You know what I mean? Like you have to put them in there, like the other standalone movies.
Same in Indiana Jones. You got to watch all.
Yeah, exactly.
Not Crystal Skull and then Dial of Destiny, but you can watch the first 3. Just bam, done.
No, you got to commit. You got to commit watching more.
I don't like to watch trash.
Yeah, they're good.
No, that Dial of Destiny is not though.
It's because they put 2 movies into one movie. They shouldn't have done that.
No, they shouldn't have done it at all.
It would have been fine if it was just him.
Although Harrison Ford could have just said no, but money talks.
Oh, he was down for it.
He probably needed a fucking paycheck, so he fucking
Hey,
did it.
he's going through his writing off character phase, so it's just like one time hurrah, like they're done, one and done. And that was the stupid part where that's what pisses me off. The only thing that pissed me off with that movie is literally they had set it with the write up to have him one and done, and then a stupid other character in the movie had to fucking exist and be like, no, you're not getting your ending here, and fuck him over. It's like you gotta just let him end the movie here. I gave him a second stupid ending, like, oh. They had an ending and they gave him a different ending. It's just like, what the fuck is your problem?
Do you want to know how good the movie was? Do you know it only made 384 million worldwide?
Still not bad. I mean, it's not bad. I still kind of enjoyed it.
That's fucking dog shit.
Again,
Only 300 million, like, fucking hell.
yeah, you can't always base it on. There's been plenty of movies that made nothing that I've enjoyed better. So
Yeah, but like for Indiana Jones, that is fucking dog shit.
you gotta think of the different era and audience too. Things are different now. Like,
Yeah, but Indiana Jones.
just because it's a name, not many people are still going after it. That's the thing. You gotta think a lot of the original audiences that's targeted at it are mostly old or dead. You gotta think about that.
Yeah, but like also the Crystal Skull doubled that amount, over doubled.
Yeah.
Like,
No, that was
that
only.
says a lot.
It was in that weird period. It's because they left this last one too far of a gap from that one too.
Like,
You gotta take in factors. There's always factors.
also Beetlejuice.
That was good. So good. Honestly, it was so
Like,
good.
I think it's gonna be good, but also like it's not fucking needed.
Oh no, yeah,
30 fucking years later, like.
definitely. Well, it's weird because it actually explained more of Beetlejuice's character, but it was actually a really good movie. Like, it definitely, like, you don't need it. You can literally just watch the first movie. It just adds a little bit extra.
It's also crazy how in the first movie, Michael Keaton's on screen for 15 to 17 minutes total. Second movie, the same again. Only for 15, 17 minutes he's in the movie.
Yeah, it's crazy. But no, it's
not
movie.
about him. It's about the other people.
Yeah.
He's just a side character. Like,
yeah.
It's crazy.
No, honestly, this was actually really good. I enjoyed that. I actually waiting for it. Like, it's out digitally. I was kind of tempted to buy it digitally because I liked the movie that much. And I don't buy
Deadpool and Wolverine. I bought it on Prime. I just went, yeah, fuck it.
I don't. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm not usually a person that buys digital movies. I was almost tempted with that. I'm like, I could, but
I might actually buy that because if it's on digital.
Yeah, it's stupid because it's like on Prime, it's like $30 to rent or $35 to buy. Why would you just spend the extra $5? You dickheads! Like, whoever's renting it is dumb. Just pay the extra $5. Even if you didn't enjoy it, you've got it, on your account for life until.
But also, I got
But that's just me. I enjoyed it. You might not enjoy it. I don't know. Like,
this is to Ryan Reynolds. If he ever hears this, I bought your movie 3 times.
3 times.
Come on, number 4. Come on.
Or just call it Deadpool 3.
Yeah, I did buy it 3 times. I bought it digitally and then bought it one each of the fucking steelbooks.
Yeah.
I was like, I have to have.
I would. I mean, just to fuck with it. I mean, it would be nice because technically, like I said, this is the 3rd movie, but then it's not. But then it'd be funny if they just did the 4th movie.
It's not
but
Deadpool 3 because.
But it'd be good if they make because what's that too? But it's like it's literally not called Deadpool 3. It's Deadpool and Wolverine. Like that's the whole point of the name. But it'd be funny if they made the 4th movie and actually called that Deadpool 3. So it's the 4th Deadpool, but it's the 3rd movie. Like, you know what I mean?
I fucking hope not. Like, no. That was a good ending for both characters, really. I must say, like, that did end the Fox and them well.
Yeah, the arc up of it. But
they're saying like they're coming back. I'm like, you can't milk.
We just keep coming back. We're always coming back on the same stuff we've already talked about. You know,
no, but I'm saying like there should be no more Deadpool or Wolverine. Just let
guys,
them go.
If you're listening to this episode, don't go back to the last 4 episodes, because we're just talking about the exact same thing we talked about in the last 4 episodes. Oh,
fuck it.
it's just a trap. No, but yeah, that's one of those things. I know we always get trapped coming back to it, but no, I'm waiting for more Halloween stuff. I don't know. It's kind of weird. That's why I've been thinking. Like, we're in October. It's Halloween, but we really haven't had much. Like, we had like Beetlejuice came out in September. Like,
Right.
that's weird for one. Like, why didn't it wait till October? We've
But
got
also,
nothing else coming out.
Halloween's just a fucking side thing
But
anyway.
that's what I'm
Like,
saying
fuck
though.
it,
Like,
man.
usually that would make sense to drop that kind of media during the month because it's, you know what I'm saying though. Like,
I mean,
oh
you'd think, but also, Beetlejuice isn't really a scary thing.
no, but it's a Halloween movie. Like, it's the genre.
I mean,
Like,
kind of. It's more of a comedy, but
it's yeah, because
it's more like a
Beetlejuice is a
comedy than a.
Beetlejuice is a Halloween character. He's marketed for Halloween and everything like that. Like, he's yeah, big marketed mascot. Everyone pulls the Beetlejuice out for Halloween. So,
Dark fantasy comedy horror. So yeah,
but as I said, it's the embodiment of Halloween. Halloween. That's what Halloween is. Fun, quirky, spooky. It's not meant to be like ooh scary. Like most fucking you think of things. It's not just about the Freddys and the Jasons
it's
and
like the Halloween movies. Like,
yeah, it's not just about Halloween. Like, well, I mean, Halloween actually did take place on Halloween, but like, it's all those
exactly.
things, Nightmare for Christmas, which is a kind of about Halloween. But there's plenty of
But
different Halloween things, like Hocus Pocus, fucking, you know, different media that's all based around, for Halloween. It's just
yeah,
there's
but
not much.
that what's been done has been done. You can't really repeat it.
But no, it's
Like,
just weird that there's not much, like in the sense of stuff coming. Like this year feels very empty for content. It's like there's barely anything that's really because like usually like last year like most people drop or the year before like they drop their sequels or new movies that are Halloween themed or in that genre, but there's just been nothing like we haven't even got like we don't even get like the new Wednesday till like next year, and that's like 3 years from the first season.
if at all, because I think that fucking a lot of drama with that.
Like that's the crazy part. Like it's taken 3 or so years since the first season, and we like it's like what the fuck. Like they could have had that out and been more by now, but like there's just so many things going on and so many like that was like the other year where on Disney Plus they dropped it was that werewolf. I can't remember what it's called. It was a black and white movie. They dropped it, and then the following year, just to fill up content, they've dropped that movie again, but in color. It's just like okay, it's some kind of attempt at going. Here's
Fuck.
extra content because I haven't watched it in color yet. But it's just like, where's the pizzazz for Halloween? Like, where's the movies
It's
people
not
apparently
here,
make
'cause
every year?
it's
Like, no one's releasing anything.
no one's hyped for it. Like,
This year, in general, everywhere seems very average in the entertainment world. Like, no one's doing.
I've seen barely anyone even mention Halloween.
Like, the only movie that I've seen advertised that's dropped this month is Terrifier 3. And that movie is set around Christmas time.
but also that is a horror movie. But
Yeah, but like it's a horror movie
also
now.
that did
Like,
better than what was that? That did the best at the box office, like by
Yeah.
a long way.
yeah, but like it's funny that ironically, it's just funny though that it's set around Christmas time. This one, I'm like, for fuck's sake, like it's good, but it's like, it's like technically a Christmas movie now, so it's literally the Nightmare Before Christmas, like literally because like it's set around Christmas time, and people are getting fucked up, like real nightmare. No, it's just crazy. But
A budget of only $2 million, and
Yeah.
it's fucking smashing it.
yeah, it's because the Terrifier. People love that. I gotta watch it.
I do want to start with the first one. The second one's on Prime. You can watch that on there for free.
Yeah,
But the first one, no, you have to buy the first one.
Terrifier. Well, the first one that's technically the third one. If you count, yeah, because there's two short films that came out before it. Well, one was a short film,
yeah.
and another one was a longer short film with an actual proper character to it. Like,
But then you had Terrifier 1, 2, and 3.
yeah, it's crazy.
The other two have different names, like completely.
But it's based on the character because
Yeah.
you introduce the character.
the characters, like the person who plays him has been going around in the whole costume, just going around like
Yeah.
conventions and
Lately, yeah, it is promotion for the third movie at the moment. It's funny as.
I'm like that's pretty fucking cool.
Mm.
Like he's doing like the patty cake to a fucking little kid. He's like,
Yeah, doing all the quirkiness
do you see it?
of Art, yeah, Art the Clown,
Yeah,
all his
I'm like
quirkiness.
fucking hell.
His
But it
little,
is cool seeing indies become bigger in like the
yeah.
theaters and that now.
Mm. Well, the
Because
fact
I
that,
never heard of him before this. Really,
mm,
I've always saw the dude like the clown,
the
but like
Clown,
I
yeah,
haven't
Art, yeah.
had any context until now. It's like, huh? But now I'm keen to watch him. So
I knew it was always Terrifier. Like I always knew it was Art. He was always cool. I've always watched bits and pieces here and there. It's always like it's one I'm always like I'll get around to it eventually. Yeah, now look at it, fucking really tended.
it's a fucking worldwide phenomenon. Like
Mm.
all because of him,
Yeah, well that's it. Um,
which is cool.
I want to come back a bit. I was going to mention it earlier because I want to talk about. When I was talking about work, I want to bring up work stuff. I want to come back a bit. So, I fucking, I hurt my, I hurt myself at work during the week. It was fucking hilarious. So, I'm alright now. It was my wrist, so it's a little bit of a fucking little nick there. I mean, not much. It's not too bad now. Bit it was a bit bruised. It's still a bit. It's gone over being sore-ish now, so it's. But doing my duties, and it's the worst fucking way. I was just like, luckily it was a wheel. Luckily it was round. Luckily it was soft because it's a wheel, rubber wheel. I feel like I could have done more damage, but
Full on.
but yes, but basically emptying the bins. So do my usual rubbish, fucking lift the wheelie bin up, shake it out, get the vertical height, and I had it up, pushing up, giving a good old lift to get the shit out of the bottom because tapes get stuck to the sides and holds shit in.
Yeah.
And I'm lifting up, and I went to grab it because I felt it kind of slip at first. I went to grab it to pull it out, and as it was pulling out, and it slipped, my hand slipped holding the wheel because that was the only highest point that I had because I had shitty gloves as well. My hand slipped, and then the full bin slid into the bin, and as it slid down, and I'm pulling my hand out, the wheel those big metal bins like full on proper
Skip bin.
skip bins, proper height with the lids. So basically it's all metal, and as I'm pulling my hand out, 'cause I can see it slipping from basically the height of my standing height with my arm up high, as it kind of slipped maybe head height. It came out of my hand, and as it came down, my hand got caught between the wheel and the metal edging of the bin, and it smacked guillotine style straight on my wrist, just bam, hit it and bounced off, and I was like, fuck. Like I couldn't, like as soon as it happened, I was like my hand went numb, felt the pain in my shoulder. More so, my hand was just like I couldn't close my hand. My hand was like open because of the shock and because of where it hit and the nerves, and it's just like I can't move my hand. I'm like, I turn around.
That's what you call a fucking stinger because they fucking just
because it was sore. But I'm like, fuck, and I'm like, I can't close my hand. I'm like, I've done a mischief. It's most gonna bruise.
Lucky it's not broken. Like, fuck.
Yeah. Well, I turn around, and oddly enough, as I'm like there behind the compactor, my boss come walking around, and I'm like, I've kind of had a mischief. And he goes, what? You're like, no, it's slipped. And it's like
mischief. Yeah.
I'm like, I've kind of had a mischief. The bin slipped, and it's So he pulled the bin out, and I'm like, he goes, we'll get you an ice pack. But yeah, fucking. Oh, it was fucking, and it took a while for it to get back, but I finally, like that day, it took like a hour or so for the full feeling to get back in my hand.
Right.
But I was like, fuck. But
you shocked the fucking system, like.
Yeah, my hand was just like, and it's just like carpal tunnel kicking in as well. I'm like, oh. It took a couple of days after that to get back into action, so it was good.
Yeah, those fucking bins are, fuck, that solid bounce, like. Oof.
But yeah, no. So that was my rough outing at work. But I got another funny story. This is like basically a second-hand story, still related to work.
Second-hand story.
So this is someone else's story that happened to them at work. But I still can't wrap my head around it because fucking, to me, I still find it hilarious. I mean, to them, they must have found it weird and uncomfortable. But it's like, just think about the funny side of it, make it less weird for them. But we had, we had a bunch of new, because like we have our staff coming, kind of come and go. Sometimes we have bigger days, so we need to have more staff on. So we had a new wave of staff come on the other day, and we had a whole bunch of new people come in, and some of them weren't even really impressed with the day, because some of them ended up leaving halfway through the day. They were like, "Fuck this shit, I'm out of here."
Bruh.
They fucking left. But as we're on the line, I don't know how there was a couple of us like on the lines working, and we're talking and stuff like that, and this chick brought it up. So we've had our first break. That's fine. Second break, most people, because it's longer, people like to go down to the car park, sit in their cars, you maybe have the aircon on, or go for a smoke, shit like that. So she went down to go to her car, and she's sitting in a car apparently, or something like that. It was at the car park or something. And basically, one of the new blokes, this is the most awkwardest and mess. Like, I know this is just so awkward. I'm like, I don't know why you think this coherently, but she said that he came up to her, said that he liked her hair, and then asked for, like, I can't remember if it was basically asked for her number or gave her his number. And we're like, what the fuck? And then he left. He didn't come back to work. He fucking left. So he was like, he was a new employee, showed up, said, "Hey, I like your hair. Can I have your number? By the way, bye. This job is shit. I'm fucking out." I said to her, I'm like, that is the most worst way, because that is not impressing anyone, because you're trying to like pick someone up, but then being like,
just leave.
But then being like, I don't like jobs. I can't hold responsibility. I'm fucking out of here. I'm like, if that's not a red flag from anyone, like, that's the biggest red flag. If you can't be impressed, like, be like, this job, I'm going to hold this job. I'm going to be committed to working. Like, what does that say about a person? Like, if you can't come in, stick through the day of work, and then be like, you know what I mean?
Messed up.
Like, nah, I'm fucking out. Oh, that's just fucking hilarious. Like, that's not... I'm like, whose first thought is being like... Like, I don't know who has a thought in their head where it's like, I've started a new job. Man, that chick's hot. Okay, I'm going to ask for a number or give her my number, and then be like, fucking, I'm out. Bye. This job's shit. Do
you reckon the reason he left? Because he didn't want to know the answer.
I don't know. But it was just like... How do people think? What are the... Coherently, how does that cross someone's mind? Like, ever? Like, I don't know how that crosses someone's mind. I was like, confused.
You would have asked that, then went the next day.
Yeah. It just cracked me up, because I'm just like, this dude thought he was too cool for school? Like, what the fuck was up? Like...
He sounds fucking weird as hell.
Yeah, just being like,
Did it even seem sketchy? Like,
I didn't really get an eye on him, because I was like, asking, did he come back? And he's like, no, don't see him. I'm like, because it's the next day. I was like, okay, because I wanted to know if he actually committed to not coming back or not. And I'm like, is he here? Do you see him? I want to see what this motherfucker looks like, because I would have straight up and gone ask him, like, bro, what the fuck is your deal? Like, what are you thinking, brother? Like, I don't know what people are thinking. It's just fucking hilarious. It just cracked me up. Right. So that just sits in my head, because I'm just like, what are you thinking? Just to be like, but then being like, I like your hair. Like, just being like, I like your hair. Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, what the fuck is that? I like your hair. Like, what? Like, what? I don't get people, bro. I don't get people at all. I don't understand.
Can I have your number? Bye.
Yeah, like, oh my god, secondhand embarrassment on my
I would never have thought that was even a fucking conversation. Like,
that's what I mean. Like, how is that a job out of all places? I could maybe understand if you're at a bar or something, but like at a job,
even then,
you come to work.
No, it's more like, can I get you a drink? Like, no,
yeah,
I like your hair.
I mean, that's an awkward person's pickup line, but like at a job, at work, like your first day.
I mean, I've had a like your beard, but like,
that's just a general compliment. Unless I'm going, I like your beard. Can I
get your number? Like,
that's why I was like, what the fuck is that?
And then just fucking dip, like,
yeah, it's fucking, and then, okay, continuing on. And this is okay to continue on from that as well with the lineman of new people we had come in. I'm surprised this other dude lasted 2 days, honestly, but he was a fucking crack up. So I don't even know if there's anyone to compare him to, you might think like Eddie's in a level of world, but like this is a whole different level. Like this
Yeah,
dude,
Ed's in his own world.
this dude was on his own world as well. This dude that we had, literally was like main character energy. Like he literally had main character energy. So
No.
we were all laughing at him when we were on Smokos and stuff because I don't know what he was doing, what level he was on, just him amusing himself. But every time on like when the first day he was there, he was already full ball out the gate because he's just like constantly like trying to talk with everyone and he's like talking to himself almost. And on our Smoko break, like this happened both breaks, so Smoko and lunch. But he's out there and he's like outside because we have the inside lunch area and there's an outside lunch area, and he's standing there and he's just looking straight up into the sky and he's just there staring. And we're like, what is he looking at? What is he spotting? And like there's just different things like different, and then like he's just like fully just like focusing in the air, and then he'd like look at him, turn his hat one way, just different anything weird you could think about he would do. At one point he was drift racing like himself outside because he's there and he's going brrr, brrr, while standing there while we're all sitting in the lunch room. So imagine you being in the lunchroom looking through the glass door and there's a guy there just going brrr, 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 and he's mouthing it as well. You can clearly see he's mouthing the noises and he's there going brrr, brrr, brrr,
He's fucking high on
and
something.
and then he's just like, and then at one point while he's there in the sun, he's standing there and he's looking at the trees and he looks at the sky again and he turns his head backwards, right? And he's looking there and then he goes, sleeve up, gets his guns out and he's there going, hmm. He's like, almost like Saiyan posing, looking at the sun, just like flexing, just like, and just standing there absorbing the sun. And we're like, there he goes again. And like, he's powering up now. It's like, bro, what the fuck is happening? We were like, what the fuck is, and we had him for 2 days, so it was fucking entertaining for 2 days. But then I ended up finding out later on that last day because the second day, which was his last day, it was like an hour before we finished. And so we had to slow up stock. And he cracked the shit at one of the bosses and calls him a bitch. So we've been laughing about it now, calling the boss a bitch because it's been hilarious because he was just like, because he's like, you're a bitch. Like, it was like a whole thing. And an actual boss was in front of it. And it was like, what the fuck's going on? Like, she just stood there like, what the fuck is his deal? But he like, called her a bitch. They told him to get the fuck out of it, basically. And he was just like, whatever. And just main character strutted off. Just like, does his like, he literally's like, fucking, because he had his, even when we were working, he had his cap on. So we're inside the warehouse with it. He's got his cap on while he's working. They tell him to fuck off and he just does his main character strut off. Fucking, I'm out of here, motherfucker. Like not a care in the world. I'm like, fucking main character energy. Again, find out later on that crazy bloke that same day had been staring at that chick that had the fucking. So I don't know what was going on. So apparently one guy wanted her number, and he had been apparently staring at her the whole time as well. So I was like, what the fuck is going on? Did he like her hair as well? I was like, I feel sorry for this chick. Like, I felt bad.
I'm guessing they're both be high as kites, and they just.
But yeah, but
happen to.
But apparently, because apparently in a funny. I mean, I maybe shouldn't be talking about it, but I mean, it's just kind of messed up. That's just like, what are people thinking? Like, what? Like,
people be.
But yeah, but he was full crackhead energy because I even like wanted to pick up on his energy. Like, I wanted to know what his deal was, so I kind of moved near him.
He's on something.
There was another older lady, and he was like working on her line, and he kept talking to her, and I could tell she was very uncomfortable. So I would like step in every now and then and kind of like work on the line just to kind of get him away because she was very uncomfortable. But like he was just like talking in the ear of people, and then another one a few hours down was like, "Oh look, it's her best friend," because he just kept yammering. And I was like, "Bro," so I like kind of stayed instinctively. I don't know what it was, but like I felt like I just had to be in that area because he was just such a. I don't know, like he needed someone to like actually talk to properly. I'm like, I'll be the sponge from everyone else, and he can talk to me because I'm like doing something. And he goes, "Oh, do you play video games?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Oh, bro, that was so quick. Oh my god, like it's like, what do you asked me a question? Of course I like games. I was only gonna be yes.
So quick. What the?
Yeah. He's like, oh my god, it's the quickest response. I'm like, well, you asked me a question. It's either gonna be yes or no. What the fuck else is it gonna be?
He was talking to an old lady, and you're quick, and
Like,
You're-
well, not an old lady, but an older lady. But
Okay, it's like an older. Of course, they're gonna answer. They're probably like, "What the fuck is he on?" Like,
yeah, like they would have been like like inclusive, like reserved, being like, what the fuck is this? I don't know how to respond
right?
because this
Like,
person is a little bit like
but
in a
you
sense
blew his
shy.
mind by answering quickly. Like,
Yeah, but he's just like shocked that I actually responded to him. Like, I guess people don't respond to him. I'm like, you asked me a
the lady
question
must have
though.
been talking to him then because,
Oh, no, she really wasn't. She kind of was. She was kind of like just responding in the way just to respond and try and like
like,
appease his ants. Like,
like a quick yes,
yeah,
no,
yeah,
like,
yeah. So, and he, like, thank God he fucking left because he was just so, made people so uncomfortable. Like,
he
he's just going 100
definitely
miles an hour and so
on
fucking.
something.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
who the fuck acts like that?
Oh, this
Oh,
dude
you're
apparently.
quick, like, bro, what?
I know! It's like, dude, you asked me a question. Oh, you like games? Oh, I like games. And then, I mean, I was like, and then you were talking about games, like, I haven't played games forever. Like, what? Make up your mind with your story, dude. He's like, oh, usually I get a console, and then I play it, and then I don't play it, so then I sell it, or trade it, and then I get another one again, and then I play it, and then I don't, and then I trade it in. I'm like, okay, bro. And then we were talking about games, and like, oh, what do you play? I'm
He
like,
must
oh.
be an Xbox player.
Yeah, he was actually.
Oh,
yeah,
fuck
he
me.
actually was. I was like, oh, you just get yourself a digital system, bro. Save yourself some money.
I see why he keeps selling it because like I've got nothing to play. He gets
I-
a new one. Hey, look, a new game come out.
Man,
Like,
literally the characters and stories that have been coming out, some of them I just like aren't too much to remember. So I'm like, it's still funny for
Got
work, but
them
then some are
too.
funny. But that's
My
just the
God.
two that got me because I'm just like, who the fuck is trying to pick up at work on their first day out of anything? Just like does my head like I don't like what a.
I mean, I get people do it, but like in that manner is just fucking weird.
That's not my thought going to work. That was I don't know who's that.
I feel sorry for her, like just getting them fucking
Yeah, like
staring and
that's been never my thought when I like when I was single and working. That was never my thought. Oh, I'm gonna get a job. Oh, like, who has that thought?
no,
Like,
that's a natural progression. Like after a few like weeks, months, then you talk to someone, like
yeah,
you get to know them, like not just how like your hair number,
like that was just
bro. Fuck me, dude.
like oh, I just and then no, just people,
But
man.
like, do
I
you play video
I
games?
don't understand
Whoa!
people. I don't get people. I don't understand people. I never will understand people. I never will get people. Like
No,
just-
no one gets them ones. Like
it
no
just
one gets them
boggles my
ones.
mind how people are just the way they are.
I just feel like he's too energetic for weed at that point.
Yeah.
He would have been on like maybe
I mean,
coke.
there's like another dude that like
anything.
people get my jokes and sarcasm. There's actually one guy that doesn't get my sarcasm. It's just like,
Oh, so he just think you're being rude. Like he just
yeah, I feel like there's just some people at work just so in their spots, and it's like some people are just I don't get. It. I
yeah,
don't.
they're out there.
It's just yeah.
We're looking at you, Ed.
no, Why are you
I
looking
mean,
at
I
Ed?
feel bad sometimes when I talk to Ed because it's like I say like you start laughing.
Oh, when you fucking
Ed's
Bait-
fucking dead serious.
you bait him in. I know, fucking gullible. He's
Like-
the gullibleness.
It's like Daz just goes quiet and then he starts giggling. I'm like, don't giggle.
I know. I try not
He's
to.
gonna catch on.
But even then, sometimes it's just like, oh, I gotta send you this.
But-
He sent me a video. I gotta send you because I added audio to it, and made it funny. But he's got cameras on his house,
Oh,
which
no.
is a smart move. But
right.
he's had issues with his neighbor, so he sent me one video, and I'm like, his neighbor is clearly. I'm like, dude, your neighbor is drunk. He sent me a video recording, but it's like early in the morning. He was saying it was like because it happened like the other night, like last night, but it was like 3 a.m. in the morning. And Ed's like still awake, so he said he was listening to music, so he couldn't hear it, but he got the footage on the camera. But the neighbor's talking to him, and he go, the dude was clearly drunk.
What?
But yeah, the neighbor's like having a go at Ed, and it's like fucking hilarious because it's like, what, dude, just go to bed. It's like it's 3 a.m. or whatever it was, just go to bed, leave people alone. But he's like he's having a go at him, and it's like, yeah, I didn't even hear him. And he's like, but he's like the dude just kept repeating himself, and I'm just like, bro.
But if
this
he's
dude's drunk.
playing games that lets me to get through it, where the fuck is he talking to from?
I said, he's outside. He's literally outside the house because it's his neighbor just talking across the fence to him.
Yeah, but what?
It's like, you come out and talk. Like, no, there's just shit going on. I don't want to
How
go
are you
too
meant
far
to
into it.
hear that though?
But he's like, I know you can hear. He's like, because in the video, he's like, I know you can hear me. You can't ignore me. And he goes, I didn't even know he was talking to me. I had my headphones on. I was drunk. I had a few drinks myself, but I had my headphones in, listening to music, playing, you know. So I'm not. I didn't know what was going on. It's only when I looked at my security footage, I'm like, that's
But you
fucking
just see
hilarious.
dude just stand there. Oh wait.
It's like, bro. Ed told me there's like a big video. He's trying to sort it out because he wants to, I don't know, do whatever he's doing with it. I don't want to. That's Ed's story.
What? So you can actually hear the other guy talking?
Yeah, he's yelling out across because he's got the audio thing on the camera he has audio. Because he sent me another video where he had another shot. It was the other day. He sent me a video because it was the date on it. It was from the other day. But it looked like he had picked up his food delivery or something because he had like a bag. And this is Ed, and he's walking in his front door basically, and it's like on the path, and it's him stepping on a toad and shitting himself. I'm gonna send you the clip. And this is you finding out now. This is you finding it now. I've sent it to Jim. If you watch this episode, I've sent the clip to Jim. It's fucking hilarious. But he sent it to me, so I downloaded it and then added a sound effect to it. So I'll send you both of those. I'll send you the original clip because you hear him just step on the toad, and he's like, he jumps. He steps on it. He jumps. I was like, that's fucking gold. It's fucking hilarious. I was like, bro, I couldn't stop watching it. He's just like, oh! And you hear the feet scurry as he jumps in the air. It's fucking great. And then so I added some sound effects to it, and it's just fucking hilarious now. So it's even funnier again. But it's just it's kind of cool having cameras because you capture everything because every moment because you got it constantly recording. So you catch those little moments.
Even your neighbor at 3 a.m.
Yeah, it's just wild. It's just like.
I have never once thought of someone doing that, but that might happen often in places.
You wouldn't even know, how your neighbors just want to have a, I don't know, maybe get drunk and then want to have a go at you.
Yeah, 3 a.m. fucking yell at someone through their fucking walls, okay.
I know, just outside from the fence just yelling out. Imagine the rest of the neighbors would have actually heard them then. If the camera can pick it up.
Door, the one behind,
it's just like, I know you can hear me! And Ed's reply, I literally couldn't hear him. I'm like, at least you didn't then, because it's better off just.
At least he finally stopped, because he would have stopped, right? Or did Ed just go out and...
He said the video goes for 23 minutes or something. He only sent me a clip that was 2 minutes long or something like that. He's at the
I'm guessing he would have probably seen him maybe, and probably.
I know there's a whole bunch of shit. I'm like, oh god, you got to sort that out.
Imagine you're sitting there, right, listening to music, playing games. You look at the camera, someone's there like.
Yeah, go at you, yeah, across the fence or something.
Someone's going ham across your fence, nah.
Oh,
I'll literally go out the window and say, "Shut the fuck up."
I know. No, I said, no, it's good that you're ignoring him because it's best to just not deal with it. Drunken idiots. I was like, this is fucking wild.
Just think, if you had cameras in your old place, fucking hell.
Oh god.
You would have had old freaking Mr. Big baseball bat.
I know, that would have funny seeing him rounded up. That would have been hilarious catching that on footage. It would have been great. Seeing him wind it up. Oh,
imagine the fucking memes out of that. Fucking hell.
That was a crazy night. I know, it would have been great if I had that footage. It would have been able to I would have literally put that online.
Yeah, right? It would have been evidence too, it's like, this is what we put up with.
I know, I most would have had to get a defamation letter for me to take it down, most probably. Can you please, Oh, whatever, I would have been straight onto it. I'd be like, oh, look at this motherfucker.
Well, he knows where you live, so.
Boy, he did.
He did.
Doesn't take, even though I've seen Al's apparently seen him around, but he hasn't seen.
That's what I mean,
he doesn't
He's
know
coming
exactly.
back for you, my boy.
He doesn't know exactly, but no, it's funny as.
Imagine if he watches the podcast.
Oh god, he ended up finding out that he's a listener.
Look, I know that cunt.
But no, so well, yeah, I was gonna tell you too. I was like, remember I messaged you this morning too? Oh, not this morning, but earlier this afternoon. I was like, because I messaged you because oh yeah, I sent you a bunch of messages. I don't know what you read, but I was like,
I only found out the bunch of messages when I read the potty one. I'm like, when was this sent?
Yeah, it was earlier. It was like the hour before them. But I'm like, I'm having a few drinks. I might be drunk later.
Because I was a bit busy. And then I looked at it and went, potty, yeah, boy.
I know, because I sent you going, I'm having a few drinks, and it was like 1 o'clock or something. I'm like, oh, or whatever, it was 12
Yeah.
or 1. I'm like having a few drinks, I might be drunk later. I literally had a couple of drinks, got bored of drinking, I was like, fuck this shit. And then I basically sobered up because I got bored of drinking. I was only like 3 drinks in maybe, and I was like, I'm fucking done with this. I was like, I got to the point where I was like, just about tipsy, or was tipsy, and I was like, this sucks. Oh, I just sobered up. I was like, fuck it. I was like, I couldn't be bothered commuting. I was like, a few drinks. Nah, fuck it. I'll just.
You just wasn't feeling it, so.
Yeah, but it was just funny. It's just like, I'm gonna maybe get drunk for the potty. Fuck it. Not gonna worry about it. Just like, But yeah, no,
Right.
Fucking
hell.
It's just funny because I was like, oh, maybe I might have a few drinks, but yeah, definitely wasn't feeling it. I was like, if I want to drink, I want to
I
go
had 4
out.
the other day.
Trap.
At 10 a.m.
Yeah, 10 a.m.
I mean, it's 10 or after. Like, you don't drink before 10.
Yeah. Unless it's one.
Yeah, I just had 4 drinks. I was like, okay. Just random.
Yeah, it happens. And I feel like I wish we could go out. It's a trap because I only leave it for Friday or Saturday night. It's just like, gotta be something good for me to go out and drink. You know what I mean? Like, it's gotta be
right. Especially now, like when you.
That was like
you're thinking party days are done. Like
that was like
really.
because it was like I looked earlier today. One of the pubs in the city, Netherworld, they actually were having a Halloween event today. Specifically today, started at midday, and I was like, oh, of course.
Why today?
I know. I was like, that looks so cool, and I was like, I can't be fucked because I got podcasts. So I was like, I would love to go right now. Someone would literally have to kidnap me and take me there to do something, but I can't be fucked just going out of my way to do it. I was like, even though I could be fucked because podcast. So I was like, yeah. I was like, that kind of sucks though, because it was actually they had an event on basically where I don't know how much it was, but there was like 8 drinks, 12 drinks, 8. There's some drinks, but it was a game they're having because you had to guess what the extra, like the secret ingredient was. So like it'd be like it was like carded where it was like a white rum plus something, whatever it is. So you had to guess whether it was like another like spirit, or it could have been like a flavor, or
like a mixer or something.
Yeah, so you had and then I think there was prizes for it. So I was like, oh, that sounds kind of cool. Like they do different things like that every now and then, but it was all Halloween themed. So I had a whole set of like different characters and stuff. It was pretty cool. I thought that was pretty cool. Actually, see if I can find the photo.
The name of the eyelash. I think. Oh my god.
So I can find the name of the drinks because they were kind of funny. Here we go. So yeah, so you paid. I guess you paid the price. Guess the mystery ingredients of every drop of the paddle. Also comes with
every drop, like not just every drop.
Oh, so it's 10. So you had to guess so you paid the thing. You got the pin just by up front, just for buying the paddle. But then you had to go through the paddles and then guess. So like there was the Sovereign Swarm. So you had to get it's a question mark Pilsner. So you had to guess if it was like a whatever brand Pilsner, I guess. The other one was the Tide Tangler. So it was something seltzer. So it could have been like maybe a lemon seltzer or something, or a it could have been a blue raspberry seltzer. I don't know, but like that's what you had to guess. You had to guess the blue. The other one was the Manta Mime. So it was blank and a blank saison. So you had to guess 2. So you had to guess what the 2 ingredients were. So it could have been like a rum something saison. Or I don't know.
That'd be so hard because when you mix flavors, that can taste like one completely different flavor.
And then they got the percentage as well on the. They had little pictures and percentages, so you could get an idea by the percentage. So the other one was the Brusquito. So it's a blank and a coriander spiced wit beer.
Hell.
So you would have to guess. I'm guessing because of Brusquito, coriander spiced. I'm guessing it would have to be another spice.
Coriander spice.
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
No. The other one they had here was the Stubby Stomper. So it was passion fruit, orange, and blank and a blank sour IPA. So some of these drinks.
How would anyone guess any of these?
Yeah, so unless you knew these drinks, you might know what they were, might not. So then there's the Scabby Rat, which is a strawberry, basil, and blank soda. I'm guessing that might have been the what's that Japanese, the yoza soda? it's like a vodka.
Oh fuck! I can't remember
The
the
one
name of
like
that.
the one that you use in like grog and stuff like that. There's a lot of these. It's a Japanese like
Yeah, I can't remember the name though.
I reckon it might have been that for that reason because that's used in a lot of those alcoholic sodas.
Right.
There's the Yabby Dabby Diver. There's a
Happy
blank
happy
ghost,
timer.
a blank ghost in it. The Doom Gobbler, which was a blank pale ale. The Spectral Snapper, which is white chocolate, and a blank white stout. And then the last one was the Bog, whatever it was. I can't see it. They cut it off, but it was a blank and a blank. But
Oh,
the character literally
fuck,
looks like
is
a street shark. It was kind of funny. They all had unique label designs as well, which is pretty cool.
nice.
But I was like, that's kind of fun though, like making an event and having like a bunch of normal on tap drinks most likely, but then making it like a mystery.
Right.
So it's
Guess the
pretty cool.
flavor, like that'd be so fucking difficult.
Oh yeah.
Just by tasting, like just
Where is it? Oh
unless
yeah,
it's
there it
like
is.
a very distinct flavor, like you wouldn't be able to tell like a hint of anything. At least not in because if it's on a time limit too, that'd be fucking hard.
Okay, so I sent you the video of Ed. Sorry Ed, I've sent Jim the video. I sent you the video of yeah Ed jumping on the toad, like jumping from the toad. So I sent you that one.
I watch it.
And
My phone isn't out here.
the second one I sent you, so I just wanted to wait so it's slotted. So the first one's just the original video. The second one is the one where I've added the sound effects to it. So
that's funny.
So yeah, so that you'll get a giggle out of that. Either way, it's funny. I'm like, I gotta
Alright.
send this to Jim. I gotta let him know and send it to Jim. So sorry, Ed. Jim's got it. I had to send it. He twisted my arm.
He won't. He won't care.
No, you think it's funny.
Really.
It's pretty funny. The fact he sent it to me, he wouldn't have sent it to me if he did. You know.
Right.
But
But who knows?
But oh, we're getting what? Anything else? You got Did you get anything this week?
Hey.
You got anything this week? Anything? Did you get any pickups? Any goodies? Any news? Any
I've got some pickups.
wisdoms? Any stories?
I'm more full of wisdoms.
Teeth
Story's already
or
been said, really. But I got some lovely pickups actually, which you want to get a kick out of.
Ooh, I'm gonna get a kick out of.
But I hate how you trying to do pickups. It's like you do them in any order. Fuck
Yeah.
you.
No, exactly it. It's like that.
But a few would be like, ooh. But I picked up Final Fantasy, the collection, 1 to 6.
That's alright.
I like finally got a fit. They came out 2021. Finally
Oh,
got
wow.
a physical. Yeah, like they didn't release physical recently. I think.
Oh, that's cool though. That's got the. Is that all the originals on that?
Yeah, 1 to 6 remastered. Yeah, or the pixel ones.
Ooh,
I'm keen.
maybe.
Also, this is a cool one. Red Dead.
Yep.
I had to open it because I'm like they were sealed. I'm like, I don't like. I mean, they don't have to be sealed
Yeah, it's up to you.
because like
You're not playing.
it's Red Dead. Like, it don't have to be sealed.
Yeah.
But it is sad that we don't get nothing with them anymore. Like,
Yeah, no, it's just empty.
like not even one bit of fucking paper.
I know.
Same as-
I want to pick it up.
actually, you do with this, you get a little sticker sheet.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Not that I'll use them, but they just stay in the case.
Mm.
And for the Wii, I got Super Mario Galaxy 2.
Oh, that's alright.
I was like, gotta play that now.
Mm.
I didn't know there was a second one.
Yeah, no, it got kind of under the radar.
A 2 disco.
Mm.
Because
Yeah.
one's a tutorial DVD.
Oh, okay.
It's for beginners.
I
It says
mean,
up there too, like tutorial DVD.
that's a bit interesting because, like, why would you be getting the second one if you didn't play the first one? Like, I feel like you would want to play both.
I've already got the first one. It's on the Switch.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean, though. It's weird. Like, you would
I
play.
didn't know this even existed.
No, but that's what I'm saying though. Like, if you randomly pick up the second game, you should know theoretically how to play it. Like, why would they? It's weird
Right?
that's what I mean. Like, it's weird that they got a tutorial
Yeah,
DVD.
it says
like,
on it, learn how to play the game.
Like- clearly, you should know how to play the game.
You'd think. Also, this is a $100 pickup, but it was
$100.
the Wii.
You got
Actual
your
boxed
Wii.
Wii.
It's actually boxed, yeah.
A Wii sports bundle for
That's
$100.
not bad. That's pretty good.
All come nicely fucking like it's never been used.
Oh my god.
Of them, and of course with Wii Sports,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
I did play a lot last night. I played like every minigame once. Fuck, my arm was sore.
I know.
I was
Sometimes
like,
I feel like bringing the Wii out again. Sometimes, and sometimes I
I
don't.
must say, like a lot of these games are fun as fuck.
Yeah,
But I want to get the Wii Sports Resort and
I
the
know.
other
You
like
need the
the more
space too,
better ones.
to actually, so you can like,
Well,
which
I
you've
just did
got.
it here, like it was
Yeah,
fine because I got it set up here to stream and that.
yeah,
But yeah, the Wii, it's a white one
yeah.
because I could fucking find really for $100.
That's alright though.
Oh, that was pretty cheap. The only thing, it didn't come with a RVG cable.
Oh,
So I already had one because I have
yeah,
two Wii's in the first place.
yeah.
Um, Now this is where you get a bit like, "Ooh, baby,"
Ooh.
but I did a little purchase with Raditz.
Yes.
Like
Hey, big
he's a
boy.
fucking hefty boy. Like
Yeah,
he's
hey, big boy.
massive. But Raditz, I'm like, yeah,
Yep, you got him.
I,
Get your Raditz.
yeah, and I did get I got my Starlink mount.
Yep.
Is out in the living room.
Yep.
Also my Elgato icon, which I can't really.
No, it's there.
It's there. It's on the back of the desk,
I think we got a bit of it at the start of the episode.
right? And this one is cool. Fish lip
Mm.
sale.
Yeah, so you did show the boxes, I think, last episode, but that was just the boxes.
Boxes.
I think it was. Were they the ones in the boxes, or were they the other
What boxes?
Dragon Ball?
No, I only got these this week
Who you showed?
on Wednesday. I think.
What was the
But
those are the other ones? Did you have
Big
other
Tail
figures? Or
fucking-
did you post? Would you send me? I thought you showed something last
It was games last week.
games.
Bunch of games.
Maybe just one of the photos you sent me. That I'm thinking of.
But he's a
yeah, he's
he
big.
stands very awkwardly.
He's big.
Like that. He is a big fucking.
That's a lot bigger than I expected. Fuck.
He is a big boy. Like,
Mm.
fuck. But his stand is just a solid block.
Yeah.
Because
Especially
it sits under like that. Like it
Yeah.
holds him up by his tail.
Yeah, especially at that back end. Like he's so like large on that back end because of the tail.
Yeah, like it's
Really sticks out.
got it for a bar.
Oh, I want Cell figures. I like Cell. Cell's one of my favorite.
Zoe's good.
I like his forms.
I just wish we got the other form now, like whereas the insect.
Yeah, I know.
Like that one next, please, Bandai, please give us that one. But no, that's the pickups. I had a little fucking field. I had a little field day. Especially
Yeah, well,
the
that's
Wii,
it.
like just to get another GameCube compatible Wii for $100 fucking dollars. And the box, which the box isn't needed, but I have it.
Well, that's it.
But no, the Dragon Ball figures are a nice little addition. Especially the Raditz, because that's the first Master Lee's Raditz.
Oh, that's they're a bit behind.
But
I was just looking, cause I was just looking back, so I was like, oh, because I was remember how I was getting the clear eyes. I was like, oh, I'll see.
yeah.
I was like, oh, I'll look at the clear eyes. And I got this ages ago, like last year, wasn't it? And they got the Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black Clear Eyes figure at Zing, but it's for pre-order and it comes out December. It's like, wait, that came out ages ago. Like, how are they so behind?
Yeah, we got them a year ago, or even more.
Yeah, like, how are they so behind?
I mean, they're not behind, but I think stock is also a thing. Like they,
Yeah.
because I got mine from it. No, I didn't. I got mine from somewhere else.
Yeah, they got like the Super Saiyan Broly Clear Eyes.
No, I do want to get that.
Like they actually have the normal
That's the
Goku
old
Black.
Broly, I think, like the old Broly.
There's a few that they
Is
got
it,
in.
is it the old Broly?
I think so.
Zing. Oh, but let me have a look. Zing pop culture. What am I looking for? Clear Eyes.
Oh, they have that there. No, what I've seen about it.
Broly 40. Yeah, that's the old Z Broly.
Hmm.
You got the blue hair.
Yeah,
And all the fucking, he looks like a Exodia.
but no, it's
That
just kind
is
of funny.
that is a cool Broly though. Like it really is.
Hmm.
He's also a big boy, 17 centimeters. Half of a fucking
But no,
ruler.
it
Like
was
what
good.
the
It was kind
fuck?
of nice collecting them for a while, but I'm definitely more into my Masters of the Universe stuff now,
Right.
which is like a bit of a trap because I did like the clear eyes. They were nice, but I really needed
Clear
like I really
eyes.
needed like a light thing that they could stand on so it shined up through them. That's the biggest issue. Or
Not to
have
no, you
or have a
just get
like a
them
low
on a
line light.
shelf and like have a little sticky light just come
Yeah,
down on them,
just need some kind of light that like
or
yeah.
behind them so the light comes out towards you. Like
Mm.
I didn't know there was a Gohan Mark Saiyaman without the
Mm.
helmet. Because I have the
You have the other one.
Super Saiyan one,
Mm.
not just the base one. Like ooh.
Yeah,
April next year that comes out.
but
He doesn't have a size either. Like what?
mm.
But no, I'm gonna get back into my Master Leads collection. So
Yep.
I just didn't know that was so big. Like that cell is humongous.
Yeah, he's huge. He's like everything, every which way. The height, the thickness, the
But
width.
then again,
Like,
he is in the anime in the
yeah,
manga too. Like he's a big
yeah.
fucking character.
But like that statue though, the statue is actually like a really bold, build
Hmm.
figure, like statue.
Yeah, he's
Like they didn't make it small when you compare to the other Dragon Ball figures that you can get that are small.
no, because Master Lees are
The larger, which
they're
is
to
good.
scale. Like they
Yeah,
all scale within each other,
yeah, yeah.
where
And it,
everything else doesn't.
but at the same time, they won't just be like, oh, here's a Master League and it's like this big kind of thing. Like you're getting like
Yeah, because you can't.
a
Yeah,
decent size, like you're getting a decent size figure, and then like say they're
Yep.
scaled from there, from that decent size. Where you look at some of the other range of the figure lines, and they're like small figures, and then everything kind of scaled on that, but they're small. Like that's good that it's
and
like
they're
it's a
very
decent,
inconsistent. Like,
yeah, like that's an actual decent size. Like you're not just like, oh, here's a random thing, and it's like this
Right.
fucking big.
I do want to compare him to the Perfect Cell because they're. I think
Mm.
in the thing they're roughly the same size.
Yep.
Like in the anime and that.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't get bigger, so
No.
he just gets more refined.
Yeah. Because the skeleton,
He
like
isn't
even
as rough looking.
even the insect one, he's like the same height, but he's just hunched over. So if he stood up, like
Yeah.
he's about the same, but he's skinny. So it's more like, and then he just fills out a little bit more, and then he fills out more because it's his like being full, so he fills out.
I mean, the fish flip one looks like it is his last form, but like, because he stands normal, like he stands like straight up, but he's just got
Yeah.
that weird look
Yeah.
going on.
Exactly.
I mean, I do love the fact, like, I kind of wish Perfect Cell had this, but he's got more orange.
Yeah.
Like he's got the face, the chest,
I know, it's really it's
like
cool.
the
I know.
groin region. His
The
boots,
crotch, yeah.
like his tail. He's just got the more vibrant colors.
Yeah, exactly. Right. It's
He's even got
nice.
the little blue in there, like the blue in his like.
Yeah, I know. He's got so many colors going on. And then he goes down to less. Like he has barely any colors, a whole bunch of colors, and then no colors again. It's like what?
Well, Perfect Cell's just black and greens.
That's what I mean. Like he just loses all the other color again. It's like what?
Except for his face is white.
Yeah, kind of ish.
His face is a more creamy color
Yeah.
compared to like that, where it's green. But what I think is cool though, every dot, everything is like individually carved, like
Yeah.
everywhere.
Properly like detailed.
Perfect Cell isn't. Like
Hmm.
mine's just flat, just painted on.
They actually giving him the details that he's meant to actually have holes.
Like he's actually got like they're actually dents. Like they're actually
Yeah, you're actually seeing what he's actually
craters.
meant to look like.
Yeah, like they actually did the fucking detail. Like
Because even in the cartoon, like I know, like it looks just flat, but like he's not meant to be like it's not meant to be flat. It's actually meant to be
I think
holes.
Perfect Cell might be though. Like this, just in armor. But
Mm.
they even gave him like you can see it on the light, like all the freaking damage, like
Yeah.
all the fucking scrapes and that, like
Yeah, his injuries and
ah,
stuff in
and
his
his
shell.
tail, like
Yeah, all those lines and creases.
so good.
Oh,
Now
no,
this
it's
is
a
like
beautiful figure.
if you're a fan of Cell, pick this up.
I
Like
know. How much was he?
about 115, I think.
That's not bad. Where was that? I got it. I might have to look again. Then.
eBay, eBay, my
Nom
boy.
nom 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 nom.
I because that's the last one prize, which means
Yeah.
it's only in Japan, but
Hmm.
someone here had him, so I
Yeah.
got it.
That's not bad though. That's a good price for what he is.
Yeah, well, I think Radish was with shipping about 100. It
Hmm.
was like 84, I think.
That's not bad.
Hmm. No, he'll go well. I haven't got a Goku to go with him or anything, but
Hmm.
the only
Yet.
ones I have is Super Saiyan. Got Super Saiyan Goku with him and Vegeta, but eventually I'll get more. I'm just getting characters that I want, not just get them because I can.
That's it. Fuck
But nah, Cell. Like I kind of want a Boo figure because I need Super
Yeah.
Boo.
That would be cool.
I think he's about the same size as that Cell
Yep.
because Boo is a big character too. Like,
Well, that's it.
but no, they're good pickups for the week. I know guaranteed there'll be some next week as well. So no figures though. Just a few bits and bobs coming in.
Yeah.
But I haven't posted anything in 3 weeks, so I'm gonna. I think for this Instagram post, I'm gonna group everything into one post and say this is what
Yeah,
I
well
got the last three
that's it.
weeks.
You might as well.
All right, but no, I've got really nothing to add. I mean, I've been playing a lot of different shit. I actually recently bought on Steam Crash 1, 2, 3, 4 Spyro Trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
They're on sale, so I'm like, yeah, fuck it.
Yeah,
I've
there
been
is.
playing Crash 4. Fuck that game's difficult.
Yeah.
I've
Oh
died
yeah.
so many fucking times just trying to get through the levels.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, and people laughing at my pain.
Yeah, it's not like
And then I say like, you should play Crash, and they're like, nope.
no.
I was like, but Crash is iconic. Like, they haven't played Crash yet. Like, bro, what are you doing? You call yourself
Exactly
a
what are you
fucking
doing?
gamer? You haven't played Crash or fucking Spyro? Like, bruh.
Yeah, well that's it.
But I think that because I have nothing I
No,
can think of.
that's basically it.
I if I need a rant, I'll do it on Twitter.
Well that's it.
But no, I'm looking forward to Pro in like 2 and a bit weeks.
Yep.
That's gonna be so weird to freaking hold up. Like,
Yeah.
excuse me. I'm like, look at the 3 lines. Um,
3 lines
I
of
can grill
three.
an egg on them 3 lines.
Uh
I'm so gonna meme the fuck out of that. Yeah, but yeah, bit in bit outs. I'm losing my I need a drink. Um, mm. Excuse me. Um, fuck, my voice is
he's
like
losing
nope.
his voice.
Yes, but thank you for. Fuck me, I gotta start that again. Thank you, Beardy and Beardettes, for joining us. Episode I can't remember what episode we're on, but should be running
Oh
very
fuck.
smoothly on my end very soon. I have my whole thing going again. Um, but we appreciate just watching, listening to our nonsense, our
It's
ramblings.
spooky. I mean, not really. I might do something when we do
Yeah,
get
I could
close.
make that spooky out there. To open the fucking blinds and it's fucking just black out there.
I think when actually what is it? Because we're it's the 19th now. When would
Yes.
our be? Because technically it would be our
When would
Halloween.
when would our be?
Halloween technically it would be Halloween week.
I don't know.
Next
I know
week
it's a
is the
couple of
20th.
weeks.
So next week I guess would be Halloween weekish, maybe.
Maybe.
because it's the 26th next week, which is then leading into the week of Halloween. But then Halloween also falls on the Thursday, but then we record on the Saturday, which is the second. So I mean, we could do also maybe a belated Halloween-y thing, maybe. See how we go.
Right.
And I'll quiz you. I'll quiz you next week for a topic which I've got, which I was gonna bring up this week, but it was related to something else we talked about, but didn't get time to talk about this week. It was when we're talking about remember when we made the joke about unlimited money, buying things with unlimited money.
Oh.
I got the thing about that. So
Yeah, I forgot about that until just
so
then when you said it.
well, which I'll mention now so you can think about it. But it would be basically be so it's not off your head now. Or you maybe I can give you time to think about it. Maybe up to you. But it was basically going to be like if you had unlimited money, but you could only buy 5 things, what would they be? So that's the make you think about that one. So you had unlimited money, so you could do anything with that money, but you could be 5 things. So it could be anything. You could
Got a whole
spend
week
on
to
anything.
think about that.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So be curious to see what you come back with what you would buy. So
That's interesting. Oh god, yeah.
be anything. Anything. I've already thought about it, so I already know what I would do.
You already got them written down, and
in a sense written down, but yeah, it's I'm curious to see what you're going to come back with. So we'll figure that out next week, and yeah.
Wouldn't it be funny if like 1 or 2 things are the same as the other person? Like...
it'd be interesting. It'd be interesting to see.
Yes.
So,
but when I leave you there on that cliffhanger, like god dang. As always, we appreciate you watching, listening, being fucking breathtaking. We've been Dale and Jim, and we'll catch you guys next week. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Ah.